after reports he's heading home to Maryland, months after being swept up in the Trump administration's immigration enforcement, sent to El Salvador and then brought back to the U.S. to face human smuggling charges. But a judge has cleared the way for his release.
His freedom may be short-lived. As far as when he will be detained by ICE, which is what we're expecting, it's unclear. But the Department of Homeland Security has previously said that he will, quote, never walk American streets again. So a lot of questions remain as to Abrego Garcia's future. We also know that his attorneys are requesting for his criminal charges in Tennessee to be dropped altogether.
Fox's Madison Scarpino. His attorneys argue the charges amount to vindictive and selective prosecution. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton just arriving home in Maryland as FBI agents left with boxes after searching his home and office, sources say, for classified documents.
We're told that CIA Director John Ratcliffe worked with FBI Director Patel to provide limited access to some U.S. intelligence that resulted in this morning's raid. Now, we're told that this is likely related to Bolton potentially allegedly, I should say, knowingly and willfully mishandling classified documents while preparing to write his book. This was after he was fired as President Trump's national security advisor during the first administration.
Fox's David Spunt. President Trump telling reporters he knew nothing about today's raids and hadn't spoken to top officials yet, that he's not a fan of Bolton. Just getting word of multiple deaths in a tour bus crash in New York State. Police say the bus was heading back to New York City from Niagara Falls when a rollover crash happened. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What started as a simple takeoff ended in tragedy. It's cloudy and 76 degrees in the Circle City. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:02. The sky over Greenwood was calm on the morning of July 30th when a small plane lifted off, but its journey lasted less than 2 minutes. Ryan Hedrick reports.
A small plane carrying On2 Wind crashed in Greenwood on July 30th, just 90 seconds after takeoff, says the NTSB. The plane climbed in a left turn for about 30 seconds before sharply descending to the right. Engine readings were normal. Nobody on the ground was injured. The NTSB is still looking into this. Wynn was a Purdue University graduate. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
There's a shakeup at the Jeffersonville Police Department.
I am going to be stepping down as chief of police.
That's Kenny Cavanaugh, who said yesterday that he spoke to Jeffersonville Mayor Mike Moore, and they both agreed that Cavanaugh should step down as Jeffersonville Police Chief because the city's in a tough financial spot, thanks in part to the passing of the property tax bill at the State House. Assistant Chief Scott McVoy will serve as interim police chief. Cavanaugh is staying on the force, though, as a captain. Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith is doubling down on the AI deepfake video involving a state representative's wife existing and being viewed by members of his office.
There is not a shred of evidence that this video has ever existed. I can't find the video.
An internal investigation has concluded, but Beckwith told WIBC's Hammer and Nigel if someone can prove to him that the video exists, he'd be open to an outside investigation. If you're looking for something fun to do over the weekend, you might want to check out What's in Carmel. Terry Stacy reports.
Indy Greek Fest starts today at Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Cathedral in Carmel.
We've been doing this for 5 decades now, so it is an event about culture, community, and tradition. We've got our dance troops, we've got our cathedral tour so you can learn more about the Orthodox faith. We have cooking demonstrations so you can learn how to make a lot of the things that you're going to be eating at the food court. And then we also have a live band and our famous bakery.
Lenny Sakonis says festival runs 4 to 10 today, 11 to 10 Saturday. IndyGreekFest.org. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
Traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 3:04.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
With traffic at 305, here's Matt Bear.
Southbound 65 stop-and-go traffic, 21st to Meridian Penn, and eastbound 70 comes into downtown slowly from Harding. Up in Boone County, northbound 65 after State Road 47, we have a delay of about 2 miles. A crash reported. Inbound 69 slows, 106th Street, 282nd. Crash east side, Washington Street at Post Road. Crash northwest side, Lafayette Road at Kessler Boulevard North. Traffic sponsored by Payday, packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel. Payday is one hard-working candy bar, so grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
Overnight, look for partly cloudy skies, a comfortable evening with lows near 62. On Saturday, we'll see the clouds increase as a cold front approaches. Just a slight chance for a few spotty showers north of Indianapolis. Late in the evening, highs will be near 82, and then temps drop on Sunday, highs only in the 70s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it! My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. We have a few different stories, some very serious stories, some not so serious stories, but they all fall into the category of legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
We're brought to you by Window Nation. 50% off all styles now, plus no payments of any kind for 2 years. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Got a little breaking news here, Nige. The DOJ has released audio and transcript of Ghislaine Maxwell's testimony.
Oh, she was the woman that would procure the talent for Jeffrey Epstein and fly them out physically. Learned how to fly a helicopter, the talent, so to speak, out to Epstein Island over there in the Virgin Islands.
Correct. So the DOJ releasing a little bit of the conversation via transcript,
What do we got?
a little bit of audio. Ghislaine Maxwell has said that Donald Trump was never seen getting a massage. He was, quote, a gentleman in all respects, and was not in any situation deemed inappropriate at the island. So that's what the transcript says. A gentleman in all respects.
So Trump has been to the island? I know that he's been on Epstein's plane.
No, we don't know that. But all Ghislaine Maxwell has said is he was not seen on the island in doing anything inappropriate.
Okay.
So maybe it's vernacular there.
Yeah.
Also, Ghislaine Maxwell, courtesy of the DOJ transcript, says there is no list. So if you're looking for a list, a laminated document, something in a wireless notebook that says perverts across the front and it's got a highlighter attached to it, that's not going to happen. But maybe she knows who was there. And I do think she is aware of who was there. But if you're looking for some sort of evidence, whether it be a document, a file, a notebook, something with the clientele list, it does not exist.
Yeah. Well, that's troublesome because there were certainly people that were on that island and were breaking the law by doing unspeakable things to underage girls.
And I'm sure Ghislaine Maxwell can probably tell you who was down there if she wanted to, but do you have the proof at this point to where you could back up her claim? And I don't know if you do. And also, when asked about Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, according to the DOJ transcript, says that she believes he did not hang himself.
Well,
so there's that.
That That's interesting. Neither did Kash Patel or Dan Bongino before they became head of the FBI and deputy director. And now they are singing a different tune.
Right. They were told to sing a different tune, which is troublesome because we had faith that these guys were going to be the flamethrowers, right? They were going to get to the bottom of the stuff. There's two people that can't be bought off, and it's Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. Next thing you know, they're coming out, yeah, we totally believe it. Everything's fine. There's no files. There's nothing to see here, and Jeffrey Epstein did it all by himself. Good night, everybody. Okay. But yeah, the big takeaways, she never saw Trump getting a massage, never saw Trump in any sort of inappropriate setting, and
if
no list.
If there would have been anything like that, it would have been already out.
Right. And we've been saying that. We've been saying that on this show for a long time. If Donald Trump were down on Pedophile Island getting even a massage from somebody, don't you think for 1 minute Comey's daughter, who was the federal prosecutor against Ghislaine Maxwell, wouldn't have told her weird old man that used to be the head of the FBI that hates Donald Trump with the passion of a million fires? That same weirdo that wrote 8647 in Rock? You don't think that he wouldn't have ran to his friends in the media if he even had a small pebble that he thought Donald Trump was involved in this? Of course he would have. But there's no there. So that's what we know from this DOJ transcript that has been released about Ghislaine Maxwell.
It's weird. It's still weird seeing, I physically saw Epstein Island.
Where were you vacationing at?
Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. John's. And we were out on this giant catamaran. It was awesome, beautiful. Just I've never been to any like islandy type of place, you know what I mean? And they slowed this giant boat down. We're just out. It was like a cocktail cruise, at night. And
sure.
And they the captain slowed the boat down, and it was like, if you look to your left, ladies and gentlemen, Epstein Island. If you may have heard of it, also known as they said
like it's a tourist attraction.
She said this word for word. Also known as Pedophile Island. There's like 80 people on this boat. We're all just standing there looking at it.
Do I take a picture? Do I look at
selfie with a big smile on my face? I just always, that will stick with me for the rest of my life. But of course you might be, the other side of that coin is you want to address the elephant in the room. Maybe, yeah, that's the place everybody's talking about. So we'll just get it out of the way and I'll point it out to you. I just thought it was peculiar. That's all.
One other thing of note before we move on from this story, and this might surprise a lot of people, Ghislaine Maxwell in this DOJ transcript says that she doesn't ever recall President Bill Clinton on Epstein Island. Now, she's not saying he wasn't there 100%, but she, quote, doesn't recall seeing Bill Clinton on Epstein Island.
There's a reason why they transferred her from a Florida federal prison, which was minimum security, to Club Fed in Texas, which is even, from my understanding, even like a lower grade in terms of security and lots of amenities at this place in Texas. There's certainly a reason why she was transferred.
The place she's staying at right now might be better than a Motel 6. Like, it might be better than a Red Roof Inn.
Like a Marriott.
I mean, she's in comfort, to put it mildly. She's certainly not...
I mean, she's incarcerated.
In Rikers. It's not like she's up there.
No.
She's not in the alligator Alcatraz.
No.
More legal stuff here, Nige. The state of New York has filed 10 criminal charges against the guy that went to the WNBA game and threw the green dildo onto the court.
Oh.
I think we can say it. It's the nickname for a device that people use in the bedroom. The person that threw it is now facing charges like criminal possession of a weapon, which means in New York, they are legitimately classifying the green dildo as a weapon. They're being harsh on this person way more compared to the people they bring in every single day.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Ryan Mears cracking down really hard on somebody that threw a green dong onto the court, but then letting these violent repeat offenders go right through that revolving door of justice.
How about that Marine that choked out the dude that was threatening to kill people on the subway that ended up accidentally killing? I mean, you know, like they're treating this guy way worse.
10 criminal charges, including criminal possession of a weapon.
Well, I mean, you could use... If that thing hits
a dong isn't a weapon.
If it hits somebody square in the face, you're going to get injured.
So if I walk into a bank and I just simply hold one of those up in the air, everybody's going to be like, that guy's got a weapon. He's got a weapon.
If you point said apparatus at a teller and said, give me all your money, that is going to be categorized as a weapon.
Okay. I think if you give somebody the money and all they have is a green dong, then you're softer than Gavin Newsom. But I digress. One more before we hit a break here. More legal stuff. Singer, rapper Lil Nas X. He was the guy that did Old Town Road.
Old Town, gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road.
This was almost a lewd nude dude in the news. He got arrested for walking down a lane of Ventura Boulevard in only his underpants.
Oh.
And then attacking police officers when they approached him. It happened yesterday before booking him. Police took him to a hospital for a possible drug overdose. Here's a little bit of the video that TMZ, the gossip site, which they're usually pretty accurate on their postings, TMZ. This is a little bit that they posted when somebody in a slow-moving car recorded an almost nude Lil Nas X in full stride.
Nah. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe. Nah. Go ahead, babe. Nah.
What's he talking about?
I tell you to put the phone down. Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that.
And is it just in his underpants?
And cowboy boots. He's wearing. You can hear his cowboy boots clicking on the concrete walking down the street in his underwear.
Did we ever get a result on the drug testing that they were testing him for?
Yeah, no, I think he was on drugs.
Yeah, he's on something because that's weird. But with that being said, never let the situation go without capitalizing on it. Here's a quick tribute to this incident from Hammer and Nigel Records.
Yeah, Lil Nas X walking down the road wearing tidy whitey underpants. Lil Nas X strutting down the road wearing cowboy boots and doing a dance.
There it is. That's it.
Lil Nas X, naked, almost, walking down Ventura Boulevard. Didn't Tom Petty sing about that once?
Like that?
Ventura Boulevard. Matt Bear.
Northeast side, southbound 465 at the Fall Creek. A stall blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to I-69. Downtown, southbound 65 at Meridian. That's a crash backing us up to 29th. And southbound 65-70 stop-and-go Michigan Street down to the south split because of construction. Northbound lanes of 65 slow out of the south side, Raymond Street into the south split. Traffic sponsored by Payday, packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel. Payday is one hard-working candy bar. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
All right, Nige. It's a beautiful, clear, 75-degree day here in downtown Indianapolis at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Do you believe there's anybody working on Monument Circle?
Ooh, on a Friday? No.
Let me look.
No. What do you think?
Nobody working. No. Now, Allison, you received a message. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody said that there's like an ordinance or whatever about working after 3 downtown.
Yeah, someone texted us to the show and said that there is a downtown ordinance that says they have to stop construction between 3 and 3:30.
But I
don't know if that's true.
I never see anybody there at like 11.
Right. Or
just
2,
passing the message
or
on.
after 3:30, or ever. There's nobody ever working on the Soldiers and Sailors Monument.
It's 3 o'clock somewhere.
It just sits here. All the construction stuff is all over the place, and we look like Detroit. All right, coming up here in just a little bit, we'll do some Barguments with our pal Dan Levy. It's always fun when he joins us. But coming up next, it may be the one thing that's bringing America together. The Cracker Barrel logo change.
Oh, boy.
I will explain next.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
Yeah, so my sidewalk and front porch were falling apart. They needed completely replaced. And I was just going to go with the basic generic concrete that looked the same as before. But my wife took one look at IndyDecorativeConcrete.com and the job they could do. And she was like, yeah, we're going with these guys. I was blown away at what they could do in terms of taking our basic sidewalk and porch and actually turning it into a custom stamped, bigger concrete area with more space and an awesome, unique look. They've been around since 2007. The owners, Mark and Jamie, not only do they run a great custom concrete business, they're great people. Mark came out to the house, gave us a few design ideas, and then we went to their showroom, and Jamie helped us pick out the stamped pattern that we liked best. Easy process. Once we got it on the books, they were done in 3 days. By the way, everyone who works for them is a W-2 employee, no subs. So whether it's a new patio, sidewalk, front porch, don't do anything until you checked out IndyDecorativeConcrete.com. My wife and I can't believe how amazing our new front porch and sidewalk look. That's IndyDecorativeConcrete.com.
Hi, it's T. Brian Hayes here from the Retirement Money Matters Show. It is time for our question and answer show for August, and we have many great questions to answer, including one on how to set up and maintain an income plan in retirement, another on the new rules and laws from the Big Beautiful Bill Act, and another on IRMA rule and how to avoid this penalty. Find out the answer to these questions and many more on the Retirement Money Matters Show, which airs this Saturday morning at 6 a.m. right here on WIBC.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
At Quality Supply and Tool, now through September 26th, or while supplies last, there's a huge DeWalt sale going on. Save big on 20-volt max kits, bare tools, and batteries. Pros will love the rod and cable cutting plus crimping kits, while Dad would love the new 20-volt cordless DeWalt drill, Bluetooth speaker, job site fan, and hand vac. The sale's at all 4 Quality Supply and Tool locations in Bloomington, West Lafayette, Indianapolis, and Jeffersonville. Whether you're a pro during the week or want to work like one on weekends, Quality Supply and Tool thinks outside the box. Store.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your future holds so much potential. The question is, are you planting the right seeds today to make it flourish? At Howard Bailey Financial, we strive to help you create a retirement plan that can adapt to your evolving needs, offering guidance to bring you clarity, confidence, and purpose along the way. Whether you're just beginning or refining your financial strategy, we're here to support you. Let's grow something lasting together. Text GROW to 888-262-1104 to start planning for your future full of possibility. That's GROW to 888-262-1104. Take the first step today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Yeah. What up? This is Dr. Dre. The party's going on. Thank God God it's Friday.
The Hammer and Nigel Show.
Having a good time on a Friday with you guys. Big Nige is right across from me. I'm Jason Hammer. People don't like change. Nige.
They don't.
They don't like the change in advertising when it hit Bud Light. They didn't like change when Coke tried to bring in new Coke back in the 80s.
That was a disaster.
And now Cracker Barrel has entered the chat.
Man.
Cracker Barrel changed their logo, and in essence, they got rid of like the old man and the barrel. So the cracker and the barrel.
The barrel.
And they now just have this logo. It looks like something that ChatGPT could create, and it just says Cracker Barrel.
Are they going to change the insides of the stores? I mean, you take away the barrel and that dude sitting there is fine, but the nostalgia of the old-timey stuff in the actual restaurant, I think that's kind of like what makes a fun experience for Cracker Barrel.
You know what? I don't think it's fine that they got rid of the dude and the barrel. There was no need to do it. There was no public outcry of, boy, I would really like to go have some breakfast at that place, but that barrel's on there, and that's where I draw the line.
The barrel on the logo,
right.
I'm going to have to. And then the man.
Yeah, the man. Oh, no. It's not even a trans man. What can we do here? It was ridiculous they did it, but
they're going to put Dylan Mulvaney on the cover, on the logo now.
They hired Heiderscheid to come in. And here's the thing. Somebody probably got paid 7 figures to redesign the logo from Cracker Barrel, and all they did was come out and go, here's the same thing in the same colors, but we got rid of the barrel and the guy. That'll be $1 million. I mean, that's how these companies work, and it's ridiculous. Go back a few years ago, the Cleveland Browns, the football team, paid somebody like 6 or 7 figures to come up with like a new design.
Yeah.
And it's the same design with a slightly different shade. I mean, that's how these people rip you off financially.
Now, how they rip you off financially in terms of Cracker Barrel is all of the cheap China crap that they have in there.
Oh, yeah. The little mercantile store.
In the waiting area while they make you wait for your seat.
Right.
Oh,
right.
boy.
People are upset, though, man. The stock has dropped. Like, it's down at least 7%. It's hemorrhaging money on the market. The company, though, has released a statement.
Hi, it's Billy Bob for Cracker Barrel. Many of our customers have voiced their concerns about the change of our logo, claiming that we've gone woke because we removed the actual cracker sitting next to a barrel. Trust me when I say, come inside any one of our 650 restaurants and you'll still find a mess of crackers, and a few barrels too. But we still believe in obesity. We still support heart disease with delicious menu items like biscuits and gravy with a side of gravy, or gravy, biscuits, sausage patties, gravy, biscuits, and gravy, or the heart-stopping favorite, big bowl of gravy. Yeah. Sure, we put a little lipstick on the pig, which, by the way, is our new menu item. Try it with biscuits and gravy for only $9.99 while supplies last. Utensils upon request. Cracker Barrel. We still sell rocking chairs out front and type 2 diabetes in the back.
Now you're talking. That's what I want to hear. That's how you right the ship right there. But I'm telling you, man, this is bringing people together. The official Twitter account of the Democrats put out a picture. It's like a meme, like the guy standing up at a town hall or whatever.
Yeah?
Even we think the new Cracker Barrel logo is bad.
Oh, I saw you post that. That's real?
That's real.
The Democrats posted that?
To which the replies of that were awesome. It's like the Predator high five, Republicans and Democrats coming together to crap on the new logo. Oh, it's fantastic. Nige, couple reasons to drink tonight. Number 1, happy birthday to friend of the show, IMPD Chief Bailey.
Yeah, IMPD Chief Chris Bailey turning 50, the big 5-0 this year. And I texted him this morning. I go, dude, you're old AF. And I didn't get a response
He's
back.
1 year older than you.
That's what I said. And then finally he wrote back. He's like, yeah, I'm getting up there. I go, I can only say that because I turn 50 next year.
Right. So happy birthday to the Chief. And also, if you need a reason to drink, 13 years ago on this date, in 2012, rapper LL Cool J busted and beat up somebody trying to rob his house. Somebody busted into the Cool J residence. His family was there. It was like wife and daughters were there. LL's a big dude. So LL beat the hell out of this guy, held him down until the police came, roughed him up. It was his daughter that ended up calling 911. And I think she told the police, if you don't get here, my dad's going to kill this guy. So great moments in LL Cool J history, which brings us to this. I have put together a 7-song LL Cool J hit montage. Nige, out of these 7 songs, how many do you think producer Allison has heard of? I don't think she's heard many LL Cool J songs. I'm setting the over-under at just 2.5.
That's all? Oh, I think she's heard more. I'll take the over.
Over 2.5?
Yes.
Okay, so she's got to get 3 or more.
Yeah.
Allison, how confident do we feel in your knowledge of LL Cool J?
7? Come on.
Honestly, I don't know. I'll be interested to see myself, to be honest.
So, again, honor system as always. If you've heard of it, just yell out once you know it, okay?
All right.
Here we go. Number 1. I'm bad, baby. 1 for 1.
Yes.
So we're 2 for 2. She's got to get 1 more.
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We got 2.
Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anybody, I don't care. You tell. I excel. They all fail.
Anything?
No, I don't think so.
Rock the bells, baby.
But the other half needs affection and joy and the warmth that is created by
This sounds like an SNL skit. No.
No? I need love? We're stuck on 2.
I would hold you in my arms and ease your fears. I can't believe it. I ain't had a crush in years. Hey, love.
Yes.
3.
I think so.
There we go. There's 3.
Wow. Sounds all right.
Honey coated complexion using Cabernet. Let's hear it for the girls. She's from around the way.
Yes.
4. Okay. There we go.
Definitively. We could probably stop it.
She had a sweat in there for a little bit, but she pulled it out and you cashed that over.
Do it.
It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is 0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Transcripts and audio from the Justice Department meeting. Cloudy and 77 degrees in downtown Indy. 64 is your low for tonight. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:33. That stuff with Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell is being released.
I met Mr. Epstein in 1991. I'd never heard of him or met him before, and no one in my family had ever either.
Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche met with Maxwell last month. This happened as the administration was under a lot of pressure from both Democrats and Republicans to release the files on the convicted sex offender. Maxwell is facing 20 years in federal prison in Texas for sex trafficking. Colorado's governor has sent emergency resources to Pueblo to help with an investigation into a funeral home. The investigation started after a decomposing body was spotted there.
Colorado Governor Jared Polis calling for Pueblo County Coroner Brian Cotter to resign and, if warranted, prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Cotter, who investigators say admitted to giving fake ashes to relatives who asked for their loved ones to be cremated. Polis declaring a disaster emergency to mobilize state resources to respond, saying in a statement, "I am sickened for the families," adding no one should ever have to wonder if their loved one is being taken care of with dignity and respect after they've passed, and Mr. Cotter must be held to account for his actions.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin reporting. Officers believe some of the bodies found at the funeral home may have been there for over 10 years. Indiana Lieutenant Governor with a simple message to the governor about calling a special session.
100%, absolutely. I called for it
2 weeks ago. I was one of the first ones in the state of Indiana. I think I was the first leader in the state of Indiana to call for it.
In order to discuss redrawing the state's congressional map, I'm Jarrett Lewis. Micah Beckwith, a guest on WIBC's Hammer and Nigel Thursday, he added that Republicans should follow Texas's lead and fight fire with fire after many years of Democrats in states like California, Illinois, and Massachusetts redistricting their maps to heavily favor their party. It'll be up to Governor Mike Braun on whether lawmakers return to Indianapolis to look at possible redistricting. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:35.
Summers in Indy are great, but don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home was built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint. And the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house, and all the pillars and everything. And once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
With Rhino Shield's 25-year transferable warranty, you'll never have to paint your home again. And right now, you can get 10% off the regular price.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and if you don't want to paint the house, that would be the way to go.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
You've got WIBC traffic with Matt Bear.
East side, northbound 465, stop-and-go traffic after 70 up to East 56th Street, and eastbound 465, slow from Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Inbound 69, delayed 8 minutes, 106th Street to 465. Downtown, southbound 65, starting to slow again from 21st to Meridian Penn. And southbound 65-70, that's jammed up from the north split to the south split. Eastbound 70, slow to the south split from Harding, and northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Overnight, look for partly cloudy skies, a comfortable evening with lows near 62. On Saturday, we'll see the clouds increase as a cold front approaches. Slight chance for a few spotty showers late in the evening, highs near 82. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hello, all my friends. This is Brett Michaels, and you're listening to my friends right here, Hammer and Nigel, and they're about to rock your world.
Barguments, 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 barguments.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special guest on the hotline.
The man that coined the phrase bargument is Dan Bass Levy. My man, how are you?
Gentlemen, how are you guys?
Real good, man. Tell us about Barguments. This is kind of your baby here. You created this little deal.
Barguments is my passion project, something I've actually been thinking about since college radio days, and it is pretty much what the title entails. It's a bargument. The silly, fun arguments you have with your friends at a bar, at a barbecue, at a barber shop, or wherever you go around discussing the what-ifs, who's the greatest, the GOATs, and Mount Rushmores. We have all things like that, and I do a podcast that is based upon this, and I love to come on your guys' show and lob one up to you. If you guys are down, I got one for you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, the bargain for today's show, a 90s TV show they force you to watch in hell.
Now, hold on.
So specific.
I'm hoping that none of us
I get it. I get it down to the nitty-gritty.
I hope nobody ever finds out what's on TV in hell, but in the unlikely event that you get there, this would be a show that they force you to watch, correct?
I was going to say, first of all, if somebody told me I was going to hell but I could watch TV, I'd be okay with any of that. So everything else I've heard of hell, this sounds like the least amount of the punishments. But if there was one that was going to play and you're like, oh, anything but that show, which one from the 90s is that?
Well, you get us going.
All right, for me, I don't see anything beating this one, and I've thought about it long and hard, and I did not have to think about it long and hard to come up with this answer. Beverly Hills 90210 is the worst show ever created.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with 90210?
First of all, it was supposed to be a television show about high school in California where all the lead characters looked like they were pushing about 40 years old. Not a single one of them had real people's problems. They all drove in Corvettes, and they were all having like experiences that were not really going on in the world with anybody. I would love to have a job at the Peach Pit and driving my Mercedes while my dad, who's an entertainment lawyer, could buy me out of every problem that could possibly come up for me in high school.
Okay. Luke Perry was a little old to be playing the role of Dylan. I'm not gonna lie.
He had crow's feet and a 5 o'clock shadow before the first period. That is impossible.
I watched that show. I remember thinking Dylan was so cool. I was like, man, I wish I could be as cool as Dylan.
I remember looking at Jeannie Garth and going, like, I think she's almost a MILF at this point. She is old enough to be MILF. She is not my age range.
You bring up the problems in high school. That was like a big trend. Like in the 90s, there were a bunch of these teen dramas, and Family Guy made fun of them once.
Dude, let me tell you something. There is nothing that'll ever happen in the rest of our lives that's as important as what's going on right here, right now in high school by these lockers. I've got so many problems.
High school is such a serious thing. These problems matter.
That was like half the shows. Half the shows in the 90s.
And I will say this, growing up at a time where the biggest drama that ever came out of those shows was Jesse Spano taking too many caffeine pills, that looked more worse than anything I've seen on Beverly Hills 90210. That's me. That's my argument.
I'm so scared. All right. So Dan has set the bar pretty high here.
Yes.
90210. Don't know if I agree, but the bar is set high. Allison?
Okay.
I don't think I can go more 180 on this, but I'm going to go with Barney and Friends.
Going with the kids show.
Jeez.
This is why, because I feel like sitcoms, you can always find the humor in it. Even if it's really bad, it can still be funny. But Barney, I mean, there's a man dressed as a purple dinosaur inside that suit. His voice, the sing-alongs, the way he
even my kids were small, and this is way after Barney was done, but even my kids would watch that and be bored within 2 minutes.
And there's a dark side to it. Hulu came out with this documentary last year called The Dark Side of Barney.
It just exploded.
It was a cultural phenomenon.
This is Barney, and this is what he sounded like. Barney stands for inclusion, acceptance.
People couldn't accept that this was just a show, and so let the bashing begin.
Oh my God.
They were violent and explicit.
Death and dismemberment of my family.
Barney. They were going to come and find me, and they were going to kill me.
Just the dark side of this whole...
Is this real?
Yeah, you're real.
Something larger going on here.
I don't think you could ever think somebody would shoot someone.
Was Barney Tupac and I missed it? What happened?
There's some things about the Barney world, you should just go on a dark web Google search. It's very fascinating.
Holy crap.
I'll be honest, that kind of sounded like the SNL sketch where they were trying to redo the Joker with Oscar the Grouch, like the most impossible things that could have happened in that show. That did not sound real in the least bit.
Okay.
All right, Hammer. What about you?
Man, I get that I'm not the target audience for this show, but The Nanny with Fran Drescher. I feel like if you've not been a good person and you end up at the gates of hell, this is what it sounds like on a loop. It's Fran Drescher just laughing on The Nanny. Just over and over and over again. Like, if you think Hillary and Kamala's laugh was bad, imagine to have to sit there in eternity and listen to The Nanny laugh. Ugh.
It's there. You know what? I never thought about that one. That was pretty harsh. I did not take into consideration just what that laugh was, and that is a really good one.
Nige?
All right. I'm going to hit you with one probably out of left field here. The Ferris Bueller TV series.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know this one. This one's new to me. I'm going to have to look that one up.
You go back into, I think it ran a couple seasons from 90 to 91 or 92.
Original cast?
Of course. No, of course not.
Allison, you and your drugs.
The guy was such a dork that they made into Ferris Bueller. And they tried, and Hammer and I were talking about this off the air. He tried to have the Ferris Bueller attitude and try to sound and look like him and dress like him. And
here's a little clip from one of the episodes. I remember this.
Oh my God.
This thing was a turd, and this no-name actor's trying to sound like Ferris Bueller.
I think it was John Lennon who once said, "There's no such thing as talent. It's just knowing how to do something." I'm Ferris Bueller, and I have a certain talent for making things happen.
Oh.
You're not Ferris Bueller. You're some dork.
But I remember being, as a kid, fired up because I loved Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the movie, so much that I thought, oh, this is going to be great. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what. And by the way, during that time frame, I don't know if you guys remember a show called Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
I was actually thinking about that show.
Critics, that show with Corin Nemec was based partly on, or at least inspired by, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and they were on at the same time, and it didn't even, the ratings couldn't even compete.
Now, can I give you guys some crossfire here?
Please.
Yes, you're right. The Ferris Bueller TV show is the equivalent of the Kamala campaign. I understand that. But let's not forget the hot female talent that was on that show. You had a young Jennifer Aniston and Amy Dolenz. Like, if you don't remember Amy Dolenz from the 80s, the daughter of the drummer from the Monkees, Mickey Dolenz, she was in that Tony Danza movie, She's Out of Control. Total smoke show. Both of them.
You know what? I'm looking up right now. I never really knew who she was, but I'm looking at her now, and she does look familiar. The Jennifer Aniston, I did not realize she was on that show. That's interesting.
This was well before Friends, Jennifer Aniston. She played the sister of Ferris Bueller. I'm using air quotes.
Jennifer Grey's character.
Right.
Wow.
And the Sloane character was the Dolenz girl. So at least you had something there to help get you through this moron trying to do cosplay of Matthew Broderick.
That is true. That is true. But you know what? That nanny laugh, you played it. I was not convinced until I just heard that. I may have to rethink this entire thing.
One more time, my friend, where can we find Barguments?
Barguments, the podcast. It is on YouTube or anywhere that you download your podcast, your Apple, your iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. That is where you'll find the fun podcast. And again, we have a really fun Facebook group that is very active, and every day there are lots of topics, and a lot of people are bargaining stuff in there. Feel free to send some barguments that way. We would love to bargain on there. And if you want to send one to me so me and Hammer and Nigel can volley some more, please do. It's always a fun time to bargain.
Base, you're the man. We appreciate you.
Buddy. Later, boys. Thank you.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield has the deals you've been looking for your next car, truck, SUV, or electric vehicle. And right now, during their Red, White, and New sales event, you will get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. At Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, they're pros at servicing your commercial vehicles. From medium to heavy-duty F-Series trucks, talk to to Andy Moore Ford, the biggest selection of Super Duties in the entire state. Over 175 Super Duty trucks are on the ground and ready for you and your business, and you can save thousands because Andy always gives you more. And with an expert team and a fast turnaround, they know how to keep your business moving. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford, M-O-H-R. AndyMooreFord.com.
Hammer here from my friends at Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing, north side, right there by that green bridge. Guys, if you're thinking about popping the question this fall, maybe over the holidays, maybe you're one of the New Year's Eve guys, get the engagement ring at Diamonds Direct, and right now you get the wedding band for free. That's right. Buy the engagement ring, get the wedding band for free. And what I love about Diamonds Direct is the customer service. Listen, you have a lot of options in the diamond game. There's a lot of companies, but Diamonds Direct, they treat you like family. Yes, they've got the biggest selection. Yes, they have the lowest prices. That's why they're Diamonds Direct. They give you the savings direct from the supplier. But the connection that the staff makes with you, that's why I keep going back. You walk in, they greet you, they know who you are. Nobody does it better than Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings, what can I say about these guys? They are the best in the business of what they do. We're talking concrete coatings for your garage floor, your basement, your pool deck, any indoor or outdoor area concrete. You should see the miracle they worked with my garage floor. My new Galaxy garage floor coating is out of this world, and they do not use epoxy. That is the old stuff. Don't get fooled into using epoxy. They use polyurea. That's the new premium standard for coatings. Check out their website, get pictures, get a quote. GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com or call their office 751-9070.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-859-5500. 800-859-5500. Again, that's 800-859-5500.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's. 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 Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Want in on special WIBC contests?
That is correct.
Join the Text Club. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393. Exclusive giveaways are just a text away.
Okay, Matthew McConaughey Bear, what are we looking at?
All right, looking at southbound 465 stop-and-go traffic, 71st Street down to Crawfordsville Road. Inbound 70 slows rural into the north split, and then a construction delay downtown. Southbound 6570 jam, delayed 9 minutes. North split down to the south split. And heading out to the east side, it's eastbound 70 to stop-and-go from Sherman Drive out to Shadeland Avenue. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
75 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. And, man, what a beautiful night. High school football starts tonight. Little Friday night lights.
Wow.
Coming up here in just a moment, we're going to have on Marcus Bailey, meteorologist for Wish TV 8. We'll find out what it's going to be like if you're heading out to a game tonight or just doing stuff around the house this weekend. That chat next.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service.
Really?
Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 10/9/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of one unlimited intro line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. One discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
You ready to build your custom dream home? Check out Joyner Homes based out of Greenfield. See one of their model homes in person anytime. It is a great way for you to experience the customization and quality of a Joyner Homes custom built home. Plus, you can meet with a new home specialist to learn about their building process. Available lots if you don't already have one. Find out about floor plans and where they build. Model homes are open 7 days a week from noon to 5 and walk-ins are welcome. Find out more at joynerhomes.com.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory on West Minnesota Street. The best dealers in the region, hundreds of tables, just $6 for adults, kids 12 and under free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade. This Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory. For more info, visit CentralIndianaGunShows.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios. What started as a simple takeoff ended in tragedy in Greenwood. You'll hear why people held a march and protest, and why a police department is trying to fight drug overdoses. Those stories coming up next, right after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. A surprise in the Jeffrey Epstein case. I'm Lisa Brady. The Justice Department just releasing interviews between its #2 official and Epstein's imprisoned former girlfriend.
Ghislaine Maxwell told the Justice Department there was no client list and provided no incriminating information about high-profile individuals during her interview. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche releasing the audio and transcript of the DOJ interview with the associate of Jeffrey Epstein. The House Oversight Committee also receiving the first round of documents from the Department of Justice regarding Jeffrey Epstein after issuing a subpoena.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz at the White House. Maxwell is serving a 20-year sex trafficking sentence for helping to lure teenage girls for abuse. Epstein killed himself while awaiting trial. Maxwell's attorney says she is innocent and never participated in sexual abuse against anyone. Before her Justice Department interview, the Trump administration faced backlash over a decision not to release more records from the case. An attorney for Kilmar Abrego Garcia says he's now out of a Tennessee jail, heading home to Maryland to await trial on human smuggling charges he denies. He was brought back to the U.S. to face those charges after being deported to El Salvador, where an immigration judge had previously ruled he could not be sent. New highs on Wall Street. The Dow up 841 points at the bell to a record close, 45,625, after a speech by Fed Chair Jerome Powell in Wyoming.
The markets are taking off on the fact that the Fed chairman has now opened the door for a possible rate cut in September. He says the risks, though, to inflation are rising while the risks to the labor market are falling. But he says with expectations for inflation well anchored at the 2% target, that possibly opens the door for a rate cut.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence in Jackson Hole. A tour bus crash in New York has killed multiple people, including children. Police say the rollover happened east of Buffalo as that bus was heading back to New York City from Niagara Falls. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A small plane crash in Greenwood, a cloudy sky and 78 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. The morning was routine at Indy South Greenwood Airport on July 30th until a small plane lifted off for a brief flight. Ryan Hedrick explains.
Just before 11 a.m. on July 30th, On2 Wind took off in her small plane from the Indy South Greenwood Airport. Less than 2 minutes later, the plane crashed into a ditch behind a Circle K along East Main Street. The NTSB says that the plane climbed at a left turn for about 30 seconds and then tightened before a rapid right turn and then a nosedive. They're still looking into this. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
People protested after a video showed a South Bend officer using force on a girl. Yesterday's march began at McDonald's on Michigan Street and ended at the County City Building.
If you remember the initial video, grabbed by the backpack and slammed down. You saw it. That did not happen. Name one time that you heard that juvenile claim injury, claim pain, claim anything.
At a news conference, South Bend Police Chief Scott Rosowski said the officer acted according to policy. If an overdose happens, the Zionsville Police Department wants you to be prepared. Johnette Cruz has that story.
The drug overdose crisis continues to impact communities across Indiana, and Zionsville is taking a proactive step to save lives. The Zionsville Police Department has installed a new NALOX box in its public breezeway, offering 24/7 access to the overdose reversal medication Narcan. This initiative comes as the state has seen a dramatic increase in overdose deaths. The free NALOX box provides a critical tool for the public, allowing anyone to quickly grab the life-saving nasal spray to help a person who has overdosed. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And Carroll County is the place to be this weekend for the Indiana Bacon Festival.
The Indiana Packers Corporation and the Indiana Kitchen Brand Bacon, it's produced right here in Delphi, Indiana, and we
have incredible live music all day, and then we have a brew garden featuring some Indiana beer and wine.
A Bacon Festival staff member says thousands of people are expected to show out to the event, which takes place in downtown Delphi from 2:30 in the afternoon to 11 at night tomorrow. It's 4:04. You've got traffic and weather in 1 minute.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
With traffic now, how's it looking out there, Matt Bear?
Slow on westbound 70 stop-and-go traffic, Rural Street into the North Split, then southbound 65 70 delayed 6 minutes from the North Split down to the South Split. Inbound 65 tighter on west into the North Split. West side, southbound 465 slows at West 56th Street down to Crawfordsville Road, and then south side, eastbound 465 slow traffic, I-69 over to I-65. Northbound lanes of 65 stop-and-go Raymond Street into the South Split. Remember, that's a construction zone. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're in for a partly to mostly cloudy Friday night with cool low temperatures as we drop down to the low to mid-60s. Saturday, we're looking for a little bit of a warmer day with highs pushing into the lower 80s, and then we'll track the potential for a few stray showers Saturday evening and at night, but we're talking a mainly dry day for the most part. Some areas may not even see a raindrop. By Sunday, we're talking gorgeous air returning with below normal temperatures, highs only in the mid-upper 70s for Sunday. I'm with TV Storm Track Gate meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on The Level on the Go and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos? So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. Usually when we have this next guest on, it's bad news all the way around. I don't know if it's necessarily the case this time, Hammer.
Marcus Bailey, meteorologist for Wish TV 8, our TV news partners. And Nigel's right. Normally we bring you on and we don't really need information. We just want to yell at you. But today I think you come bearing good news about this forecast.
This is about as good as it gets. This is something we've all been kind of wanting, I think, for the last several weeks since it's been, so many days of high 80s, low 90s, high humidity. It was nice to finally get a little bit of a break from that. I think on Wednesday is when we kind of started this cooler trend. Less humid too. It's been kind of gloomy the last couple of days, but I'm not complaining. It's kept the temperatures down. But yeah, I mean, we were getting this hot weather that we have just been having to deal with for an extended period of time. Finally, kind of retreating back to the desert Southwest, and we're going to have some tastes of fall here, I think, over the next several days. Really starting. I mean, we feel it a little bit now, but I think we get even a little bit cooler starting Sunday.
And tonight's such a big night, Marcus. We've got the high school football season beginning Friday night, lights tonight. A lot of families heading out to their various communities. What are we going to see as the evening goes on? Once the sun goes down tonight, what's it going to be like for these games?
Zero weather issues, about as good as it gets. I know there's a lot of these schools have awesome tailgate parties, and it's going to be perfect. I know a lot of people are probably getting ready for that. Clouds have really kind of held the temperature, so you're probably looking at, it's still a little later, than when the sun goes down, so tailgating is going to be probably hanging out in the mid to upper 70s, light wind. Precip free, no worries there. And by the end of the games, you're probably looking at low 70s. So absolutely about as good as you can get to dial up for week number 1 of high school football.
Hey, Marcus, I know you're from here, and there's no bigger Colts fan than you. Danny Dimes gets the starting gig for the Indianapolis Colts. Your thoughts? I gotta know what you think.
You guys are on a time constraint. I don't know if I can actually put all of my thoughts. And it's also 4:00 in the afternoon, so I think we're also, not the safe harbor kind of like things. I got to keep my language a little bit.
Okay.
So hold on. You want AR to start?
I don't know. I mean, either choice. I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough choice, right? I mean, I don't know if we had really awesome options, but look. That's why you play the games. And there's been a lot of quarterbacks that have gone around the league. You think of Sam Darnold, you think of Baker Mayfield, that have had to have a fresh start somewhere. And so maybe a fresh start is what Jones needs. And so
Marcus, what you just said should be the Colts campaign. Like they should put it on T-shirts all the season. That's why you play the game.
Or you could do his series of, every Colts fan is doing that. Yeah, I can't,
These are my options.
I know, but I will say this. I'll put this out there. At the end of the day, and it's been this way for decades, plural, it is the AFC South. And so even if you're not, top dog in the AFC, there's still a good chance that you don't have to have a stellar season, and you can still come out of the AFC South and get a playoff spot. So,
yeah, but that hasn't happened in years, Marcus. That's what's so frustrating. You're right. The AFC South sucks, and the Colts haven't won that division in a decade.
I agree, and the frustration's there. But you guys, we all know the NFL is weird, and there's a lot of times we'll say this team's going to be super awesome. We think this team is going to be garbage, and then that garbage team ends up making the playoffs. So. Could that be us? I don't know, but...
There's another T-shirt. Could we be that garbage team? Marcus Bailey, Wish TV.
That's right.
All right, Marcus, before we all start needing to take Xanax of this talk about the Colts here and the season that may or may not lie ahead, one more time, forecast for tonight and this weekend.
When's the Pacers season start, right?
We don't have Halliburton this year. Thanks for reminding me of that, too, Marcus.
Hey, when's the Fever game start, by the way?
We don't have Kevin Clark either, Nigel.
That's right. Hey, beautiful weather for high school football, no issues. Kickoff temperatures upper 70s, low 70s for the drive home. 81 tomorrow, mid-70s Sunday. And I'll tell you this, guys, I don't think we touch the 80s until maybe after Labor Day. Mid and upper 70s all next week. Should be beautiful.
I like it, my man. Where can we find more information?
WishTV.com, as always, and you can hit me up on social media, Marcus Bailey Weather on all the major platforms.
Marcus, you're the best. We appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
Nigel, I've got exciting news for you.
Sam.
Washington, D.C. has just put out their crime numbers. This is the first report we've had since the Donald Trump federal takeover. They have had a murder-free week.
No way. When's the last time Indianapolis has had a homicide-free week? I mean, this is Washington, D.C., the worst of the worst. Carjackings are down. I mean, almost, well, I thought I saw a number like 80-some%. No homicides for the week after and you say federal takeover like they're marching in the streets. It's not like that, but it is something that I look at and I say, wow, we've had homicides pretty much every night we could talk about homicides every night in Indianapolis.
Now, we're on this text thread with our bosses, and one of our bosses, the big boss man, David, he was like, this is a slippery slope. I don't like where this is going.
To quote Ben Franklin, those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary security deserve neither liberty or safety.
It's not like we're North Korea here. boss man. Come on, David. It's not like they're making us do the mandatory COVID shot, right? Like, because that same argument was made during COVID. You give these people a little bit of your liberty, you're never going to get it back. And that's right. And he's right. But I think having a few extra security guards, a few extra police officers, that's a pretty far cry from mandatory vaccinations.
And then a murder-free week without, in Washington, D.C., once Donald Trump starts doing his thing.
Right. Everybody in D.C. can do the same things now that they did a couple weeks ago, but without the fear of being beaten, carjacked, or murdered.
Have we had a homicide? I mean, seriously, I tried to look it up. I couldn't find the exact stats. If we get with Rick Snyder, FOP, I'm sure he could tell us. But has there been a homicide-free week in Indianapolis in recent memory? Maybe there has.
I'm sure there probably was.
I hope I'm right. I hope there has been. But it seems like whatever happened this past week, and Donald Trump implemented this this quote unquote takeover, or whatever you want to call it, seems to have worked.
Certainly. More police officers, more getting bad guys off the streets. That's a good thing, man. It's a good thing for law-abiding citizens. And speaking of the weeks in review, this is the part of the week where we take a deep breath and we reflect on the previous 4 days of the Hammer and Nigel show. Producer Allison, our lovely, talented producer Allison, she puts together a little montage of the best sound bites taken completely out of context from our show this week. The warm seat is the worst.
There's two ways of looking at that. It's the worst, or it could be very comfortable.
Nigel was this close to going downtown with the Indiana Nazis this weekend.
I can't hover.
Wait a minute.
That takes leg strength. You'd rather have clicks or chicks. I've had some experience with peacocks.
Then Nigel wants to sit on a toilet after John Herrick's warm anus has been all over it.
Raccoons just don't give a F.
It will gnaw your crank right off.
It takes all of us.
Take a hot fork and jam it in your anus. Boom!
I'm sure there's a couple of coons humping.
What?
If I needed an emergency maxi pad, yes, Tim Walls is on my emergency dial.
Toga!
Toga! Toga! Hey! Yeah!
German adult cinema.
Oh, I want to do it so bad.
Doesn't get any better than this, does it, Allison?
What's a nookie?
There it is. The week in review.
I did it all for the biscuit. The biscuit is what I remember the most.
So you can
about
take
this
that
week.
Triscuit and stick it up your Matt Bear.
All right, fellas, Allison looking at southbound 6570. Stop traffic from the north split to the south split, a 14-minute delay. Eastbound 70 out of the north split, stop and go traffic out to Sherman. Eastbound 70 slows from West Street to Meridian, Illinois. Inbound 69, 6-minute delay, 106th Street, 282nd. East side southbound 465, stop and go from 70 down to South Shadeland Avenue. And on the west side, southbound 465 slow from I-65 down to 74 Crawfordsville Road. It's a crash on the east side. This is Michigan Street at Oxford Street. That's just to the east of Rural. Traffic sponsored by the Indy International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under are free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Matt Bear, you going to bring your mangy ass in here about 4:35 and do some radio with us?
I am extra mangy today.
Oh, there we go.
In, yes.
So, YouTube crowd, we're going to get Matt Bear in here, the breakout star of our Golden Girls video. He's going to be in here at 4:35. In the meantime, we need the rest of you to jump on WIBC's YouTube channel. We need about 145 people to give us a thumbs up and like. That gets us to 200. 145 people. So if you're ready to have the greatest weekend of your life, if you're ready to open up the windows, maybe sleep naked and do some adult stuff, this weekend. If you're ready to be a badass American patriot and kick ass and take names, go to the WIBC YouTube page, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Because more importantly than anything else, it gets the 20-year-olds in the digital department off of our backside. We just want them to shut up. So if you've ever wanted a 20-year-old to shut up, help us out here, right? We would do it for you. Go to the WIBC YouTube page, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Is This Anything is next.
Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. I needed peace of mind in my retirement portfolio, and Trajan Wealth, our fiduciary advisors, provided just that. If you're searching for the same, let me tell you about a must-see movie event hosted by Trajan. It's called Retirement on the Brink. Retirement on the Brink, an eye-opening documentary that highlights the risk that could derail your future, your financial future. My friends at Trajan invite you to this one-night-only event, September 25th at Flick's Brewhouse in Carmel. Book your VIP ticket by calling 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. It's for anyone nearing retirement or just wanting to put together a roadmap for your personal wealth management. Go to retirementonthebrink.com to reserve your VIP seat now or call today to learn more. 800-670-0366. That's 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement. DBA in most states is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, zero security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
I was struggling to maintain contact with the professional world.
Dr. Ferner of Indianapolis talks about why he got the new caption phone from Relay Indiana.
When I got the phone, it turned it around.
Go to RelayIndiana.com. That's RelayIndiana.com. And read up on the caption phone.
People that I talk with do not necessarily know that I have this service. It's a piece of cake.
Go to RelayIndiana.com to learn more.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana. reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
Is this anything? There's a video that's going viral of a couple different photographers and a model that were about to do a photo shoot at some apartment lobby in Florida. Yeah. But there's a woman who's got a major problem with them renting a room there.
Yeah.
This conversation is going on in front of an employee who told them they can't shoot the video there. Now, they've got cameras and the models in very fashionable clothing.
Yes.
But this woman believes they're up to something quite different.
If you have, I've seen this. So if you have kids in the car, you might just turn it down just for a minute, just a second. But this is hilarious.
Excuse me, they were outside of my home.
That's fine.
I don't know where they're from.
We're going back to the room now.
They're going to the room and they're staying in the room and they're not going to whore and pimp her. They're not going to pimp the whore. Cheap whore. They rent their room, not my common elements. Pimp, whore.
You can't be cordial, though?
No.
Why not?
Because you're trespassing.
Just because we are...
Where are you from? Exactly?
St. Louis, Missouri.
You're not from Florida, are you?
Nope.
Exactly. Maybe in Missouri you've been carrying on as you do, but not in Florida. Pimp.
This is something for sure. This woman that lives in this complex obviously thinks that whoever rented out the Airbnb are renting it out for nefarious purposes.
Amorous activities.
Yeah. She keeps on using the words pimp and whore. I've got a little, should we hear some more audio?
Please.
I do have some. So the apartment lady wasn't done with the visiting threesome. So she tried to block them from getting in the elevator, but when they entered, she didn't let up on them at all. And you hear this model finally start laughing in the background.
Just going back in the room.
Trespassing.
How are we trespassing if we...
Trespassing on my homestead property in Florida.
But we rented an Airbnb.
So what?
So
that gives you right to your unit and only your unit.
Okay.
And you trespass on my private property, homestead, Missouri, pimp, whore,
I'm a pimp now.
whore, pimp, whore.
Damn, I'm sorry you had a messed up day today, ma'am.
No, I'm sorry.
I hope it gets
girl,
better, and God bless
from
you.
Missouri.
Obviously not.
And stay in your room, whore, pimp.
Now, in the state of Florida, mind you, instead of playing duck, duck, goose, they play pimp, pimp, whore. That's how they do things down in the Sunshine State.
It's a wonderful piece of audio. If you see the footage, it's even better.
Yeah. And the thing that bothers me the most is this. I don't want to call her a Karen because she is very concerned and she might not know any different. She probably thinks she's doing the right thing, but the line where she says, "You may do those kind of things in St. Louis, but not here in Florida."
Oh, please.
Like, how many crazy Florida stories have we had where it's involved meth, needles, feces, and gators?
Yeah. And massages.
Right. Like, you look up
crafts.
Florida man, do a Google image search on Florida man, you're going to find a lot more wild things than you would in any part of the great state of Missouri. I promise you. So at the end of the day, was it anything? Nah. Okay.
It was a Karen.
Let's keep it in Florida.
Right.
A fisherman in Florida caught a shark while fishing and was bitten by the shark while posing for a photo holding it up. He had to be airlifted to the hospital, but he's going to be okay.
Oh, man.
Here's some of the 911 call and the man that got bit.
We're out shark fishing on the beach here, and one of the guys I'm with got bit in the leg. He's awake. We have a tourniquet on his leg. He's got a towel on it to try to stop the bleeding.
We were taking the hook, and we just finished taking the hook out of his mouth. We were going to go release him, and the shark just turned and bit me. I'd go back today if I could leave the hospital. It happens sometimes. Luckily, he only took a little bit of me. I'm one of the fortunate ones, and now I'm a shark bite victim. A lot of good stories now.
And for the shark that bit him, he has a message.
See you next time.
He's trash talking the shark that bit him. Not a good move, dude.
But you know where they don't do that? St. Louis. They don't do that in Missouri. So this goes against the previous Karen's whole statement, right? Here you've got Florida man trash-talking a shark that bit him. You're not getting that in St. Louis, baby.
And just by the way, it's just so you know, you're in their home when you are in the ocean. Okay, you're in their house. So don't be surprised if a shark's pissed off because he's got a hook in his mouth and you're trying to take a selfie with it and it just reaches over and takes a chunk out of your leg. It must have been bad. They said airlifted to the hospital.
Right. It wasn't like he was able to boat to shore and then get into an ambulance. Man, I don't ever want to be bit by a shark.
I don't want to be bit by anything. I got bit by my puppy dog this week, and look at that. I'm still healing.
You had a gash on your finger that looked like Jaws bit you, and it's that little wiener of a dog have?
It's a Havanese little puppy named Junior. Yeah, it's. I tried to grab something out of its mouth that wasn't supposed to have. Plus, it had the cone on from the getting neutered, and he was just backed into a corner.
So that was payback. You cut off his Franken beans, and he decided to get a little payback on you. You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm with the dog on this one. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fisher.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What the Justice Department is doing. Cloudy and 79 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:30. They are releasing audio of the interview where Jeffrey Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, spoke with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Maxwell says President Trump and Epstein were friendly, but she never saw Trump doing anything wrong.
I certainly never witnessed the president in his house, for instance. I actually never saw the president in any type of massage setting.
Trump said last month that he and Epstein had a falling out after Epstein stole some employees from his Mar-a-Lago spa. Indiana Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith says he is not aware of any current investigation into what there was an AI deepfake video that was shared in Indiana Lieutenant Governor's office.
I can't even find anyone who has seen the video. This has just been a hit job. This is a Russia hit job piece.
He tells WIBC's Hammer and Nigel if someone can prove the video is out there, another investigation can take place. His office has already concluded an internal investigation. Redistricting is supposed to happen every decade, but one state representative says he's concerned about a slippery slope. John Herrick explains.
Republicans in Indiana have brought up the idea of redrawing the state's maps to gain an advantage in next year's midterms. The slippery slope is explained by Democratic House Representative Justin Moed. He tells Indy Politics.
Now, the challenge is they may just continue to do this every 2 years, just because they like to, if they get away with it this year, they might do it every 2 years and just retool them every year, which I think really erodes a lot of public confidence in the process.
He says a special session would be overkill, especially since there are other things lawmakers could be working on, like trying to lower bills for Hoosiers. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Blue Bell is recalling some of its Millennium Crunch ice cream because of a packaging mistake. Some of the cartons were accidentally labeled incorrectly as chocolate chip cookie dough. Since Millennium Crunch contains nuts, which are not in the cookie dough flavor, there are a serious allergy concern. A Blue Bell employee discovered the mistake, and the recall includes ice cream sold in several states. Your WIBC Closing Bell Report. The Dow gained 846 points to 45,631. S&P 500 rose by 96 points to 6466. NASDAQ added 396 points to 21,496. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:33.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
With traffic at 434, here's Matt Bear.
Inbound 69, delayed 7 minutes, 106th Street, 282nd. This is a crash on the east side, Michigan Street, east of Rural at Oxford. Inbound 65, slow 21st to the north split, westbound 70 dragging from Rural into the north split, then southbound 65, 70 construction delay of 7 minutes from the north split to the south split. Eastbound 70 slow to the south split from Harding. Northbound 65 stop and go from Raymond into the south split because of construction, and that southbound direction is slow from the south split down to Keystone because of the same construction zone. East side, southbound 465 stop and go from 70 down to 74. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home. To bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're in for a partly to mostly cloudy Friday night with cool low temperatures as we drop down to the low to mid 60s. Saturday, we're looking for a little bit of a warmer day with highs pushing into the lower 80s, and then we'll track the potential for a few stray showers Saturday evening and at night, but we're talking a mainly dry day for the most part. Some areas may not even see a raindrop. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Raised Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off or schedule a pickup, and you'll put cash in your pocket. Raised Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Mark Dito, the only local real estate expert I'd trust to sell my home, especially now knowing that Zillow is ranking Indianapolis number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Now is a great time to sell. About Dana Casey in Indianapolis, it was time to downsize. They needed to sell their old house quickly at full value. Mark Dito and his team made it happen. They got their asking price in just a few weeks without any repairs and or an appraisal.
Mark Dietl is the only real estate expert that we trust and recommend on our show because of the guarantee. Mark Dietl guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Call Mark Dietl today. 317-755-4232 or go to markdeedle.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdeedle.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special in-studio guest.
The best traffic reporter in the city of Indianapolis.
Oh, hell yeah.
And really the breakout star of our latest promotional video for the show, the Golden Girls video, sitting on the toilet, reading an IBJ article about us, is Matt Bear, ladies and gentlemen.
That 2 seconds makes the video right there. Without that 2 seconds, that wouldn't be as what it is now.
It was a great article.
People don't know this. You were actually exposed behind that newspaper.
I very much was.
The way we did this was I told Matt, go into the bathroom, get ready, and then yell, I'm ready, and then I will come in there and do the video part. So, like, I had to wait to make sure that his franken beans were covered up by that newspaper.
I actually said to him, I said, can you see me, as in see me, while I'm doing this now?
Where can people find that video? Everywhere?
Yeah, go to any Hammer and Nigel show social media outlet, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Each year we try to do like a fun video to promote the show. We've done like a Full House parody in the past. We did a parody of that ridiculous cologne commercial at Christmas time.
Yeah.
This one was a Golden Girls parody. And again, Matt Baer is the breakout star.
Look, don't undersell Allison walking out there all vivacious out of that elevator.
She was the Blanche of this video.
I was told to walk sassy, and I walked sassy.
Sure did.
I was actually going when you were in there. That's the crazy thing. Didn't bother you. It's like, hey, I love working with these guys. This doesn't bother him a bit.
And honestly, like me being in there watching you do that would be like the cleanest thing that's happened in that bathroom all day, probably.
That's in 15 years here in this building. That is true. That could be true.
I love when Matt came in and sat down here in the studio. He automatically slid his vape to me. Like, he sat down, like, I don't vape.
It was like sliding a beer down the bar.
He goes, and like expecting me to do something with this thing. I'm holding up to the YouTube thing right now. He always tries to get me to do his vape. Should I try it again? It's
what
been a
flavor
while.
is this, Matt?
This would be strawberry banana.
Ooh, strawberry banana.
You're gonna like custard monster.
Now, do I have to hit some sort of button
no
while
button.
I suck?
No button.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What was that?
I just suck.
You just put it to your mouth. Put it to your mouth.
Allison, I know we've already had a
Put it up to you.
montage,
Okay.
but you got a head start for next week.
Slowly put it up to your mouth.
Just that part, or the entire?
It's got a little hole.
Do
in
I
it.
shove the
No,
entire
don't put
thing
the whole
in my
thing in
mouth?
your mouth. Just put just a tip.
Okay.
All right, there you go. All right. Oh, that sounds good.
I've never been more uncomfortable.
That's a good rip, Nigel. Yeah, that's good.
The problem
Don't
is
you- aren't
Nigel
you
can't
relaxed?
hold his smoke.
Nigel can't. Chicks can't hold their smoke.
You all right, Nigel?
Yeah, that's better than the previous. If you look on the YouTube right now, it's a little lagging behind, but yeah, I think I got a good hit there.
This smells good now.
Because you've thrown up taking a hit of Matt's vape in the past.
Yeah, because I go because I didn't know what I was doing.
You took like
and
a huge
it was like a vacuum cleaner.
How do you feel right now? Do you feel relaxed?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Well,
Is that what it's supposed to do?
It's supposed to relax you. You know, it's got some nicotine in there. You might buy a pack of cigarettes on the way home. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm now addicted to cigarettes.
might get a carton of Lucky Strikes on your way home. Sorry about that.
Well,
Sorry
thank
about
you
that,
for the
Mrs.
hit.
Nigel.
You might want to wash the tip of that thing that I just
Stop
sucked
saying
on.
tip and suck. Can you guys please stop saying that?
I mean, the vape has a tip. That's
Our
all I'm
target
saying.
audience is men. I've got Tim Walls and Tim Walls Jr. over here running everybody off. Knock it off.
I kind of like it better this way, actually. Yeah.
All right, Matt Baer.
That was fun.
Much like our friend Marcus Bailey of Wish TV, you are a very passionate Indianapolis Colts fan. Where are you at with the quarterback situation?
I think we have 5 years of purgatory coming up. That's our sentence as Colts fans right now. And I'm not saying the season would have been any better with Anthony Richardson as your quarterback than Daniel Jones, but if you're going to lose, I want to be entertained. And I really think we're going to lose regardless, and I really wanted Anthony Richardson to be the starter this year.
I mean, there were flashes of brilliance with Anthony Richardson connecting with Alec Pierce and some of those other players downtown.
You guys sound like the scouts. Oh, look at that long pass. One play out of 4 quarters,
Yeah, I know.
and you guys are
I know.
like, what a cannon arm. We only scored 13 points. We got beat. He threw 2 interceptions. He fumbled and got hurt, but oh, my God, what a
That
great effort.
70-yard pass was amazing.
All you had to do was take the playbook and take anything out that says short pass, and you would have been fine. That's all you had to do.
He can't move the chains on 3rd downs, but oh, my God, he can throw at 70. That's fantastic.
What do you think? Do you think there's a chance that all this is smoke and mirrors? They're going to do this by committee? Ooh.
Neither one of these dudes has got the reputation for, like, being sturdy. Now, Dimes, I think, a little bit more than Richardson. Richardson's, skin is made of paper and his bones are made of glass. But Dimes has been hurt in the past, too. It's not out of the question. He gets roughed up, and you have to bring Richardson back in.
I'm hoping because Dimes can't throw the deep ball that maybe like we can disguise it like every first game, come out just throw a deep ball right off the bat to Alex Pierce because they'll never see it coming.
Isn't that the problem, though? Like, all right, let's talk about our quarterback options. One guy can't throw it deep. The other guy can't throw it short. Let's go win some ball games.
Genetically engineer them together, and we have a quarterback.
If these guys had a baby, we might be ready to compete.
and all this is going on, and I just happen to notice all this is going on, and I start seeing this article and on social media about how Andrew Luck was talking about retiring at 30, and it just breaks your heart all over again. And be like, he would be in his golden years right now. We would have 2 Super Bowl championships next to the old AFC finalist banner. I know they took it down. It would have been a sweet, sweet story. And Jonathan Taylor would be one of the all-time legendary running backs. Things would have been great in Indianapolis, but Andrew Luck had to retire.
Matt, am I a horrible person because I'm still mad at Andrew Luck? Listen, if you want to retire, that's fine. But the way he did it, like right before the season starts, Irsay gave you all this money. I would take it too, but I'm not going to feel bad for you. You put my franchise back to the point to where they haven't recovered yet. A lot of this is the ineptitude of the Colts front office. I get that, but screw Andrew Luck.
Well, you can also say if it wasn't for Andrew Luck and RG3, we would have never released Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning would have retired at Colts, his bad shoulder and all, and he would have rehabbed in Indianapolis. So there's a lot to look at there. My thing with Andrew Luck is I'm happy he found what he was looking for, but I'm kind of angry, too, about the whole thing. And when he was on his way out, I mean, Colts fans just booed the hell out of him. I
was there.
Were you really? Yeah, that was a crazy game.
I mean, there's a way to do things and there's a way not.
Yes.
Like, if you know you're going to retire, do it at the season's end. That way the team's got a full offseason to try to prepare, draft somebody, free agent, whatever. But to do it like in the final preseason game, the opener's less than 2 weeks away, you're not getting cheered. You a-hole, you're getting booed.
We're never going to know the entire story. I really don't think. I think something else was going on there, and we're just not going to ever hear the true story because Andrew doesn't want to come out and rip the Colts. You know, it's over for him. He's moved on to other things. I think there was a defunct football league he started or something with the uniforms, but whether or not it's still going, I don't know, but we're never going to know the real story. Is that?
And Luck never had a line. I get that. Somebody brings that up in the YouTube chat. But at the same time, there's a little scuttlebutt that Andrew Luck had a non-football injury that drove him into retirement.
Was that the skiing accident I heard about?
Snowboarding accident.
Snowboarding accident. Yeah, I hear about that, and I remember he did get an injury one time during one season that somebody compared to getting hit by a car, and it was
like a lacerated kidney or something.
So I get it. I mean, if your body's breaking down, man, and what people go through in the NFL, the players, I mean, I get it. You don't want to become concussed. You don't want to have these debilitating injuries for the rest of your life. But like you said, you don't do it at the end of the preseason. So, yeah, it's heartbreaking. And, you know, what ensued was this madhouse of really still immobile quarterbacks that have played for the Indianapolis Colts. And when Anthony Richardson comes around, I'm like, we've never seen this around here. This is fun.
Yep.
And I was excited. And even last year when he took himself out of the game, I was the guy that said, give him another chance. And now here we are. So I don't know. Maybe I was gullible about that. Maybe Daniel Jones is going to be fine. I just know with some guys, Alec Pierce, his stocks drops a little bit. You have guys like Josh Downs are going to be really good. So we'll see. It's going to be possibly a 7-10 year. I don't know.
Okay, so here's the situation we're in right now. We went a little long with Nigel vaping and me yelling about Andrew Luck. Can you come back for one more segment, Matt?
I'd love to.
All right, Matt Baer, the traffic beast, is on with us. We're going to get him on the YouTube camera. He's on right now, but he's going to come back. And if that doesn't warrant a thumbs up and a like from you people, I don't know what does. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
Hammer here for my friends up at Diamonds Direct, Keystone at the Crossing. It's right by the Green Bridge. If you see the green bridge, it's right there. You can't miss it. And right now, they've got a great deal going on. If you buy an engagement ring from Diamonds Direct, you get the wedding band for free. So walk into that beautiful showroom. You're going to be greeted. Neve is the manager. Maybe he's going to be there. But if not, one of the amazing sales reps will be. The rep that I work with, she's a young lady by the name of Chris. She is amazing. And the entire staff is. And why do I say that? Because they stay within your budget. There's no pressure to spend more than you have. They already have the lowest prices, the biggest selection, the lowest prices. Diamonds Direct. Direct means they get the diamonds direct from the source and pass the savings to you. So stop by Diamonds Direct on the north side, Keystone at the Crossing, the official jeweler of the Indianapolis Colts, but you got to tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at
B-Window,
we mean business.
Don't wait to hear it from someone else.
I says, oh yeah? And she says, yeah, is right.
The WIBC Daily Newsletter brings you the headlines, videos, and moments everyone will be talking about next.
All right, Matt Fair, what are we looking at?
Southbound 6570 stop traffic, north split down to the south split because of construction, and those northbound lanes coming in slowly from Raymond Street into the south split. Eastbound 70 now stop and go from Harding Street into the south split, and southbound 65 looking slow from MLK to Meridian Bend. East side southbound 465 stop and go traffic from 70 down to 74, and then on the northeast side eastbound 465 slows Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Watch out, 38th at Muller. Police activity, please give them plenty of room. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
I think I figured it out, Nige. The weather is too nice for people to be out here working on the circle. It's too nice. They can't be expected to work on a clear, awesome 70-degree day in downtown Indianapolis.
Who would expect them to do that?
Nobody. And that's why there's nobody ever out there. Matt Baer joins us. Matt, along with Ryan Hedrick from the WIBC Newsroom, they host the Supporting Sobriety podcast. Both former addicts. Matthew, pills and alcohol were your vices. And what are we going to hear today?
Today we're talking about the stigma of addiction again. If we start to work on the stigma of addiction, then it's going to be a lot easier for a lot of us to admit that we're alcoholics. And I remember all the stigmas I heard when I was growing up from friends, whatever. And one of the big ones was about alcoholism. You can't be an alcoholic if you just drink beer. And I remember hearing that when I was growing up and
tried telling my dad that,
Yeah, really, right?
Crack a dirty 30 of Meisterbrow open at 7 a.m. on his day off.
I would
just maintain all day.
24 Busch Lights at Purdue University, and I wasn't an alcoholic, right? You know, one of the stigmas is that alcoholics only drink the hard stuff like tequila, and alcoholics only drink whiskey, right?
Have you ever been
Nobody
called a
likes-
wino?
Yes, I have.
Have you?
Oh, man, I was a big wine drinker.
Wino is it's an old term, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like, yeah. Oh, look, he's a wino. He's a drunk. I mean, something. It's now we just go straight to calling people faced, and we skip wino. The terminology has evolved over the decades. Now we have other terms for it. Yeah, it's called a wino. I used to drink wine all the time, real cheap wine, like bottles at a time.
Like Boone's Farm?
It wasn't Boone's Farm. It's step up from Boone's Farm. I think instead of $4 a bottle was $6.
I used to love crack cocaine and Boone's Farm because both were cheap drugs.
Wow. Yes. Well, I'm so glad I didn't know crack cocaine was cheap. Yeah, overcoming stigmas is exactly what happened. To overcome stigmas, we first have to have the belief that stigmas exist and that stigmas are a problem. And
Matt, not
trying not to
only
laugh.
does this show inform people and help people, it's entertaining as hell.
It is. The quote, I'm so glad I didn't know crack was cheap.
I'm
serious.
I'm
Cocaine
so
or whatever.
serious when I say that. Same thing with the other harder drugs, and I've said this before on this show. It's a good thing I wasn't cool guy when I was drinking. Otherwise, I would have had a drug dealer. Ryan and I, through our experiences, we have a sense of humor about our experiences. It's serious things.
Good.
we
I
talk
hope
about.
you don't take me laughing.
No. That was meant to be laughed at. Yeah, absolutely. And but it's just. It's one of those things where, the content is serious, but you got to laugh at yourself, man. That's what we do.
And it doesn't matter if it's wine or Miller Lite or whatever.
Alcohol is alcohol. Addiction is addiction. It's the disease of addiction, and it doesn't care whether it's beer, wine, or liquor.
And where can we find it?
Supporting sobriety on any major podcast provider. I use Spotify myself. You can also find it at Apple. You can find us online on X and Instagram at sobriety_pod. And as always, thank you for giving us a couple of minutes on your show, fellas, and Allison.
Matt, you are a rock star. God bless you. Keep fighting it, brother. We appreciate you.
Love you all. Thank you for having me.
When it comes to retirement, it's not just what you've saved, it's what you keep that matters. Howard Bailey Financial invites you to join our free educational event featuring nationally recognized IRA expert and CPA Ed Slott, where he will focus on strategies to help reduce unnecessary taxes, avoid common mistakes, and plan smarter for the years ahead. This event is ideal for anyone in or nearing retirement who wants to make the most of what they've saved. Reserve your spot at the Forum in Fishers on Thursday, September 11th by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Space is limited, so reserve your spot today by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory on West Minnesota Street. The best dealers in the region, hundreds of tables, just $6 for adults, kids 12 and under free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade this Saturday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory. For more info, visit centralindianagunshows.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Puccini's, we think less screen time and more quality mealtime is the better way. Eat, talk, and dine with less blue light glaring or talking heads blaring while enjoying great food at a reasonable price is the Puccini's way. Dine in for hot, delicious food prepared fresh and to your liking. If you need anything, we're right there so you'll leave full and happy. We have delivery options and carryout, but let's start dining in together again the way we all used to enjoy so much.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, you'll hear what health administrators have to say about a virus going on. The Jeffersonville police chief has stepped down. You'll hear why. IU and merchant banks have released a new partnership this week. Those stories coming up next. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
There is no client list. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. That from Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell, who's in prison for sex trafficking, and also told a deputy attorney general in newly released interviews that she never saw President Trump in any type of a massage setting.
I never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way. The president was never inappropriate with anybody.
Maxwell also says she doesn't remember ever recruiting a masseuse from the president's Florida estate, Mar-a-Lago, as he has claimed. The president telling reporters earlier today, before the transcripts and audio were released, that he supports keeping the Epstein case open, as some in Congress continue to push for all of the files to be released.
I'm in support of keeping it totally open. I couldn't care less. You got a lot of people that it could be mentioned in those files that don't deserve to be people, because he knew everybody in Palm Beach.
The Justice Department today also beginning to send files to the House Oversight Committee, answering a subpoena. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick says the U.S. now owns 10% of tech pioneer Intel, posting that it will help secure America's technological edge. No details confirmed or any comment from Intel, but the president had suggested converting federal grants previously given to the company into an ownership stake. Emergency crews remain at the scene of a deadly tour bus crash in New York State. Police say the bus was heading back to New York City from Niagara Falls when the rollover crash happened east of Buffalo.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul taking to social media to say, "I've been briefed on the tragic tour bus accident on the New York State Thruway," adding, "My team is coordinating closely with New York State Police and local officials who are working to rescue and provide assistance to everyone involved."
Fox's Christian Goodwin. State police reporting multiple fatalities, including children, and multiple injuries, with some victims trapped. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
They have found mosquitoes with the West Nile virus in Floyd County. You've got a cloudy sky and it's 79 degrees in downtown Indy. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Indiana health administrators say no one caught the virus in that area, but it can cause serious illness and even death in some people. If you live in Floyd County, you are urged to use bug spray and wear long sleeves when you go outside. It's best to go outside during the day because when the sun sets and rises, that's when mosquitoes are most active. You should also check your belongings for any mosquitoes as well. That goes for old tires and swimming pools. There's a shakeup at the Jeffersonville Police Department in southern Indiana. John Herrick reports.
I am going to be stepping down as chief of police.
That's Kenny Kavanaugh, who said on Thursday that he spoke to Jeffersonville Mayor Mike Moore, and they both agreed that Kavanaugh should step down as Jeffersonville Police Chief because the city's in a tough financial spot, thanks in part to the passing of the property tax bill at the State House.
The state of Indiana is harping on Senate Bill 1. The city of Jeffersonville seems to be in struggles of which direction we're going to go and where the goalpost exactly is.
Assistant Chief Scott McVoy will serve as interim police chief. Kavanaugh is staying on the force, though, as a captain. John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
Indiana University is getting a financial boost from Merchants Bank. Those two entities have begun a partnership which includes a $50 million investment by Merchants Bank to Indiana University over a period of 20 years. IU Athletic Director Scott Dolson says financial help like this allows the university to fulfill three main priorities, one of which is making sure the players have the resources they need. Also,
maintaining staff, coaches across the board is really, really important to us.
Having up-to-date facilities is the third one. The playing surface at IU's Memorial System is now known as Merchants Bank Field. IU men's basketball has a big game on the schedule as well. They're set to play an exhibition game with Baylor at Gainbridge Fieldhouse on October 26th. Baylor is returning to Indy, where the Bears won the 2021 NCAA tournament. This will be the second time the Hoosiers play at Gainbridge this season, and they are scheduled to face Louisville on December 6th. Tickets for the game go on sale next Friday. Traffic and weather next. It's 5:04.
It's time. You've been putting off that kitchen or bath remodel long enough. What are you waiting for? Get started today with Boer Remodeling. Boer Remodeling customer Kathy had a bath remodel with Boer. Kathy, talk a little bit about your experience.
Our experience with Boer has been terrific. The process was so easy and seamless. When we decided to do a larger remodel of our first floor, Boer was the first company we thought of hiring.
And were you happy with the results?
The results are amazing, and we are so happy with our home and the work that Boer did.
Peter is another recent Boer Remodeling customer with a new kitchen. Peter, what was the best part about working with Boer?
We especially liked the active participation that we were able to have in selection of stone for the countertops. Really came out beautiful. The cabinets also came out very, very well.
The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. They'll guide you through the entire process. Start with a free consultation. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. That's BOOHER, BoerRemodeling.com.
WIBC traffic at 5:05. Matt Bear.
Inbound 69, delayed 6 minutes, 106th Street to 465. East side southbound 465, stop and go traffic from 70 down to Brookville Road. Inbound 70 grinding from Rural Street into the north split, then southbound 65, 70 delayed 8 minutes. North split down to the south split. Eastbound 70, a little bit slow around west. Northwest side, northbound 465 slows 86th Street up to 865, and southbound 465, stop and go traffic from 71st down to West 56, and again from 38th to Crawfordsville Road. South side eastbound 465 slow before 65 over to Arlington Avenue, and it's a vehicle fire reported 38th Street at MLK. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Your forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Expect a partly to mostly cloudy Friday night with lows falling into the low to mid 60s. Saturday will be a little bit warmer with highs in the lower 80s. We cannot rule out a few stray showers Saturday evening and night. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. Kash Patel's FBI raiding John Bolton's home in a high-profile national security probe. John Bolton, of course, Donald Trump's former national security advisor. I'd like to think of him as his kind of dog on a chain, on a leash, like he'd go into a hostile country and Trump would be like, look, I really don't want to have to do what this guy behind me wants to do. My advisor, John Bolton, really would like to nuke you guys out of existence. I don't want to do that. But if you keep on acting the way you're acting, he's going to get his way. So that's who John Bolton is.
And I feel like if we're going to have a conversation about John Bolton, the war hawk, the pit bull, if you will, we need to set the tone with the official John Bolton music.
Is that right?
Michael Bolton's the best I could find. The feds raided his Bethesda, Maryland home at 7 a.m. this morning. This was an investigation ordered by FBI Director Kash Patel, potentially about classified documents and leaking of classified information. Now, depending on who you want to believe, there are some sources that say that Bolton was under investigation by the DOJ during the Biden administration.
And they canceled that. This is nothing new. This is not new, but Donald Trump kicked it back in. Kash Patel kicked it back in. Donald Trump is claiming, I don't know what's going on.
Right. But if the rules are, nobody is above the law, because we kept hearing that when they were filing ridiculous charges against Donald Trump in New York and in Georgia. All right, fine. Nobody's above the law. Feds raided Bolton's home. They found a bunch of documents. Now, we don't really know what was in those documents, but they had pallets and pallets of paperwork they were taking out of that place. Here is Donald Trump. This was early this morning, as I think the raid was taking place, his first reaction.
He wants to always kill people, and he's very bad at what he does, but he worked out great for me because he really doesn't talk. He's quiet. And I'd walk into a room with him with a foreign country, and the foreign country would give me everything because they said, oh, no, they're going to get blown up because John Bolton's there.
See?
He's not a smart guy, but he could be a very unpatriotic guy. I mean, we're going to find out. I know nothing about it. I just saw it this morning. They did a raid.
How do you do backhanded compliments and insult the guy and compliment the guy? Like, he did all three at the same time with that statement. Yeah, like, I'd walk into a room with him and the other country would be like, oh, damn, that's John Bolton. We better be careful here. But he's not a smart guy.
No.
He's not a smart guy. He's a war hawk, which just basically means all for military action, all for regime changes in countries. Iran, Iraq, North Korea, Syria, U.S. military dominance, preemptive strikes, over diplomacy. That's what a war hawk is, and that's who John Bolton was.
And if you remember, he was all in on the feds going through Mar-a-Lago during that ridiculous raid, when they were going through Melania's panty drawer, when they were looking in the bathroom. Now, keep in mind, Donald Trump has been the president of the United States. John Bolton never had access to take home any classified information, no clearance to take home any of that kind of stuff. But this is what Bolton had to say during the raid at Mar-a-Lago on Donald Trump.
But I don't think he cared about the classification system. I don't think he appreciated the sensitivity of this information, and he didn't appreciate the sensitivity of how it was often acquired, the so-called sources and methods. So this had been briefed to him before I arrived. It was repeated frequently. I think it simply had no impact on him whatever. He liked cool things. He saw things so he wanted to take them, and he was pretty much able to take them, and not just on classified information matters, on all kinds of things that crossed his desk. Some days he liked to eat a lot of French fries. Some days he took classified documents. He wanted them. Why did he want them? Because he could get them.
Well, life comes at you fast, doesn't it, Bolton?
Sure
because
does.
Now they're going through your panty drawers at home.
And, the only thing I'd push back on you is that I don't think Melania wears panties.
That's kind of hot. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty hot.
She may not have had a drawer. Maybe a bra drawer.
I feel like Will Ferrell. Maybe she's wearing something I've never seen before. Maybe it's silk. Maybe it's something I've never heard of before.
Lanolin? Is that your name?
And again, Bolton was also vehemently over the top against Kash Patel and even Tulsi Gabbard getting their gigs. Now we know why. This was a CNN interview he did. I think it was Caitlin Collins on CNN back when Kash Patel and Tulsi were just rumored for their cabinet positions.
I think a lot of Republicans right now just wish Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, and a number of other Trump nominees would just go away.
And I think you probably fall into that category, and now we know why.
Can you just play, Allison, just do me a favor, Trump this morning on the raid? Because I've been describing John Bolton, Trump's former NSA, guy forever this way, and Trump just confirmed it. And I just want you to play that one part.
He wants to always kill people, and he's very bad at what he does. But he worked out great for me because he really doesn't talk. He's quiet. And I'd walk into a room with him with a foreign country, and the foreign country would give me everything because they said, oh, no, they're going to get blown up because John Bolton's there.
And that was his function. That was his ability. Apparently, they disagreed on everything else, but he had one good quality about him. It was Trump's, Trump card, so to speak.
He was the Paulie Walnuts in The Sopranos.
Yes!
He was Paulie.
Yes!
That was his job.
Look, guys, I really don't want to bomb you. I don't want to nuke you. I don't want to send troops in, but this guy is my advisor, and he is suggesting the opposite. So why don't we work at a deal?
And the world leader turns his head and he looks over, and there's Bolton doing the throat slash gesture. Like, he's got his thumb up to his throat, and he's just kind of doing one of those.
Okay, I make a deal.
Okay, fine. When you think of Gavin Newsom, Nige, the governor of California, there's a lot of ways you could describe him, but would you ever call him tough guy?
No, like pretty boy.
Dude's got more gel in his hair than most stores have on their shelves, right?
Polished pretty boy.
Skinny jeans wearing. Well, he's trying to change his image. He's got this podcast now.
Jeans wearing.
He's talking about the whole redistricting controversy, and this brings us to Gavin Newsom, tough guy.
This is radical rigging of a midterm election. Radical rigging of an election, destroying, vandalizing this democracy, the rule of law. So I'm sorry. I know some people's sensibilities. I respect and appreciate that. But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
Oh, look out.
Oh.
The guy in skinny jeans wants to punch you SOBs in the mouth. My favorite line that Gavin says, we're going to fight fire with fire. You couldn't fight fire with water in your state, Gavin. That's why you had a massive fire situation. You guys got rid of the water for some woke bullcrap.
Yes.
You couldn't even fight fire with water, and now you're going to be Johnny Tough Guy. Let's fight fire with fire. Go put some more hair gel in.
Yeah, and some of these social media memes that he's putting out against these, like trolling Donald Trump, making fun of his assassination attempt.
Right.
Like putting the, when Trump had the bandage over his ear, mocking that. I mean, that's what we're talking about here.
Is anybody scared of Gavin Newsom? Like, Gavin Newsom walking in yelling at you, it's kind of like when Rob Kendall walks in and tries to give us crap.
Oh.
Like, Scrappy Doo, get out of here. Knock it off. Kidding. We love Rob. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Yeah, fellas, looking at southbound 6570, that stopped traffic from the north split down to the south split. Delay is running about 7 minutes. Also, 38th at MLK, that's a vehicle fire reported. East side, southbound 465, stop and go traffic after Penn Pike down to 74. South side, eastbound 465, slowing down with 465 over to Arlington. Inbound 69, 4-minute delay, 106th Street to 465. On the northwest side, southbound 465 slows from West 71st Street to Crawfordsville Road. Westbound 465 on the north side, stop and go from 31 over to Ditch, and southbound 65 slowing into downtown right around west. Inbound 70 slows at Rural, and northbound 65 south side stop and go before Raymond into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under are free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Terry on the YouTube chat. When I see any picture of Gavin Newsom, the picture exudes male perfume. Right? Nobody's scared of Gavin Newsom. This whole fake tough guy thing that he's trying to do. It's like when they were trying to tell us Tim Walz was America's new face of masculinity, America's football coach.
Yep.
Then he runs on stage and he's prancing and doing rocket kicks. Okay, thanks. Right now, we got 78 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Beer Sample Friday coming up in just a little bit. Frances Martell of Breitbart. She's going to break down a busy week of foreign policy from the Trump administration. That's at 5:30. But a fun round of Are You Okay With This? That's next.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero Down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero Down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Have you tried Wings Etc's new ranch fire sauce? House-made ranch with a fiery kiss of fresh ground habanero peppers and garlic. New ranch fire on our hand-breaded chicken sandwich? Big flavor. On a jalapeno bacon burger? Big flavor. On anything, wings, fries, pretzel bites? Big flavor. When you want to dance with spicy ranch, come to the folks who've been flying the big flavor flag since 1994. Wings Etc. We got your big flavor right here. Visit wingsetc.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Planning for retirement? It's a little like marriage. We have no idea what we're getting into. Tune in to Fire Your Financial Advisor, Sunday mornings at 7 on WIBC.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay?
Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
3 words, Hammer. Free mozzarella sticks.
Let's go.
Very cool moment in your Cubbies game the other night. The broadcasters said if the Cubs got a 6-4-3 double play in a key moment of their big game against Milwaukee, they would buy free mozzarella sticks for the entire bar called the Corner Tap Room in the hometown of the Cubs pitcher. It's in Iowa. It happened.
JD, how about this? If he hits a ground ball to short to start the 6-4-3, will you buy Mozzie sticks for everybody at the Corner Tap?
Absolutely.
That's the Corner Tap. I'll go halvesies with you.
Okay.
Coming up, baby! Let's go!
Mozzarella sticks for everybody!
Corner Tap Room, meet up!
Are you okay with this?
I love this. Nothing brings fans together more than free food. Like, I know for a long time the Pacers had like a promo where if the player on the opposing team misses 2 straight free throws, then you would either win like curly fries from Arby's or biscuits from Hardee's or something like that. They always had a promo. And whenever the guy would miss the first free throw, there was a little buzz in the crowd. Everybody started getting excited. It didn't matter if it was a close game or a 20-point blowout. If people think free food is on the line, that joint comes alive. Now, let's play this one more time, Allison. I love this because, again, the bar, it's in the hometown of the Cubs pitcher. And this is such a specific thing. It's got to be a 6-4-3 double play. Shortstop flips to second, throws to first, 6-4-3 double play. Listen to the excitement in Jim Deshaies' voice when he realizes it's about to go down.
JD, how about this? If he hits a ground ball to short to start the 6-4-3, will you buy Mozzie sticks for everybody at the Corner Tap?
Absolutely.
That's the Corner Tap. I'll go halvesies with you.
Okay.
Coming up, baby! Let's go!
Mozzarella sticks for everybody!
Corner Tap Room, meet up!
That's me at a Pacers game. Come on, missed that free throw. Yeah, let's go.
I love mozzarella sticks, by the way.
Ooh, I
we
do
need
too.
to do like a bracket of mozzarella sticks, which I think nobody's ever really talked about on this station. Who has the best mozzarella sticks?
Oh, man, mozzarella madness.
Ooh. There it is. There it is. Time for one or two. You want to do with this Canada here?
Let's do it.
A man in Canada was charged after he allegedly assaulted an intruder that broke into his home. Let me read that again, just in case you missed it. A man in Canada was charged after he assaulted an intruder that broke into his home. Here is the Ontario Premier, Doug Ford, talking about how he would beat up a guy if he broke into his house.
So this criminal that's wanted by the police breaks into this guy's house. This guy gives him a beating, and this guy gets charged. Something is broken. I know if someone breaks into my house or someone else's, you're going to fight for your life. I'd be scared to break into Kevin's house. Look at this. He's like a linebacker. He beat the living crap out of the guy, as he should.
Investigators say the altercation ensued and the intruder sustained serious life-threatening injuries as a result. And again, the owner was charged when the intruder broke into his home and the owner beat him up. Are you okay with this?
No, not at all. We just had a story earlier in the show of some intruder that broke into LL Cool J's home, and LL Cool J beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, he was not charged, nor should he have been. But who is the scumbag prosecutor that says the victim in this situation is the guy trying to break into somebody's home where his family's at, where he sleeps every night? This is ridiculous, but this would happen in some places in America. Hell, it might happen here in Indianapolis. Like if somebody were to break into my house, your house, Guy Relford's house, and they were beaten within an inch of their life, you don't think for 1 minute Ryan Mears wouldn't make them the victim? That's the problem with the crime situation right now. It's not just a mayor. It's not just a judge or two or three or a prosecutor. It's the combination.
Yeah, but forget a beating. How about if you pull out your gun and blow them away?
Well, no questions to be asked then, right? Like, I don't know what this guy that was beaten told the authorities, but you'd almost been better off just killing the guy. Like, that way, dead men tell no tales. So blow him away and let him know that his days of breaking into homes are over. All right, we are just about 20 minutes or so away from officially kickstarting the weekend with Beer Sample Friday.
A special edition of Beer Sample Friday. Somebody of prominence dropped off the beer for us.
Absolutely.
Right?
Heck yeah. But up next, one of our favorites from Breitbart, Frances Martell.
She is the world editor. She has the breakdown on what went on over the weekend, the historic weekend, the meeting with Putin and Donald Trump, what it means. Was Putin humiliated at this meeting, and what happened after that at the meeting when the EU guys came to the White House along with Zelensky? That's right after the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Releasing audio of interviews. You've got 78 degrees and a cloudy sky. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 529. That's what the Justice Department is doing. Those interviews are between Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell and U.S. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Maxwell said in the interview she did not believe Epstein had a client list.
There is no list that I am aware of. I've never at any time, at least during the period of time when I was present.
Maxwell's attorney David Oscar Marcus says she is innocent and has answered every question being asked. American rapper Lil Nas X was arrested in L.A. yesterday morning after police say he was charged at officers. He did charge at officers responding to a naked man.
He was booked on misdemeanor obstruction. Officers first took him to a hospital on suspicion of a drug overdose, but he was released within hours and then moved him to jail. Video obtained by TMZ showed him on the street wearing only his underwear and boots.
Nah, hey.
What
Don't
up?
be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at. Nah, go ahead, babe.
The 26-year-old Atlanta rapper is best known for his record-shattering hit, Old Town Road.
Fox's Michelle Polino reporting. Indiana Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith says he's not aware of any ongoing investigation into the AI deepfake video shared in his office. Jarrett Lewis.
Beckwith again said he's seen no evidence that the video exists.
I can't even find anyone who has seen the video. This has just been a hit job. This is a Russia hit job piece.
That's what he told the Hammer and Nigel show on WIBC Thursday. An internal investigation has concluded, but Beckwith said if someone can prove the video is out there, let there be another investigation.
Listen, I don't know anything about a grand jury. We haven't heard anything. I don't know anyone in my office who's been contacted by the prosecutor's office.
Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And you've been hearing about redistricting in Texas, California, and it could happen in Indiana. State Democratic Representative Justin Moed says redrawing maps is about population.
Well, you got to get it as close as possible. Each district needs to be as close as possible in population to really ensure that you have one person, one vote.
He tells Indy Politics that if Republicans in Indiana get their way on redistricting, it might backfire on them down the road, especially if population sizes or demographics change in certain areas. With traffic at 532, here's Matt Bear.
Boone County southbound 65 stop and go traffic from State Road 267 down to 865, the Dogleg. On the west side, southbound 465 slowing after 71st down to Crawfordsville Road. Inbound 69 is stop and go. 106th Street, 282nd delayed 3 minutes. Inbound 70 slows after Rural into the north split. Then southbound 65 70 construction has us on a 4-minute delay. Northbound 65 south side slow after Keystone Avenue into the south split. And south side, eastbound 465 stop and go traffic from 31 past I-65. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're in for a partly to mostly cloudy Friday night with cool low temperatures as we drop down to the low to mid 60s. Saturday, we're looking for a little bit of a warmer day with highs pushing into the lower 80s, and then we'll track the potential for a few stray showers Saturday evening and at night, but we're talking a mainly dry day for the most part. Some areas may not even see a raindrop. By Sunday, we're talking gorgeous air returning with below normal temperatures, highs only in the mid-upper 70s for Sunday. I'm with TV Storm Track Gate meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
The Hammer and Nigel Show. My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. We'll go straight to the hotline, bring on one of the best, Breitbart News International Editor Francis Martell. Francis, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Really good. It was about this time last week we were talking with your colleague Oliver Lane out of London, and we were speculating, Trump had just gotten off the plane in Alaska, walked the red carpet, shook Putin's hand, a couple of B-2 bombers flanked by some fighter jets flew overhead and gave him Buzz the Tower, Top Gun treatment, and we were just kind of speculating on everything that was going to take place, what the conversations were going to be, and then a historic week for Trump this week, meeting with all the leaders at the White House, including Zelensky. Let's start back in Alaska. What did you think? I know you're not a big fan of when leaders of the free world shake hands with evil, murderous dictators. What did you think of the Alaska summit, and what did Putin want out of that? What did Trump want out of that?
Well, it's fascinating because you're right. I usually say, don't talk to these people. It's not worth it. But I think the summit was so humiliating for Putin that it was actually much worse than if we had never talked to him. He looked so small and frail and just weak and dour next to Trump. Trump had this shining, beaming smile, and he just looked gigantic, like this gigantic American, and the bombers and the fighter jets. And the entire message of that summit to me was Trump telling Putin, calm down, start behaving. It was like a call to the principal's office. He just got very sternly scolded on the international scene. And of course, there were the handshakes and the smiles, but the real message were the fighter jets and the B-2 bomber. It was it was a threat. The entire summit was a threat. And so I think it was tremendously effective. It would not have been effective if it was truly friendly, if there wasn't that air of menace that Trump brought with him. But I think he really executed that really effectively. I think Putin's objective here was actually to appeal to the American people. I think he did the best job that he could with the cards that he had to play. You can tell that he really studied the tape on the Zelensky White House disaster in February.
Yeah.
And he really internalized that the White House was not happy with the lack of appreciation that Zelensky was showing, according at least to Vice President Vance. And so everything Putin said at that press conference and all of his actions were gratitude. And he has nothing to thank us for, but he found a way. He said, thank you for taking care of the tombs of the Soviet soldiers that had been killed during equipment runs across Alaska during World War II. He said he was very grateful for the partnership during World War II.
He went to those Putin, yeah, I was going to say Putin went to go visit those tombs, right?
Yes, and he honored the Soviet soldiers and the American soldiers. And, he basically said, thank you for not desecrating the Soviet tombs, which, why would we do that?
Right, right.
But the attitude was very friendly and deferential. And I think the point of that is that now there's all this B-roll of Putin honoring World War II veterans in Alaska that pro-Putin people in the United States can use to say, look at this reasonable guy versus this hothead lunatic in Zelensky that got kicked out of the White House.
And Francis, before we get to the Zelensky meeting and the EU folks that were coming to the White House basically to get the free meal, let's go back to something you mentioned earlier, because I agree with you. I think the fighter jets were sending a message to Putin, don't get cute, because there's a lot more of this where it came from. But since that meeting, Francis, it seems like Russia has been getting a little squirrely. They had the attack that was like within a mile of NATO territory. They're still going after Ukraine. It doesn't seem like, at least from everything that I've gathered, and you know more than we do, that Russia has taken their foot off the gas at all.
Yeah, I tend to agree, and this is why I don't really understand why we're trying to treat them as rational actors. The only thing that gives me hope is that Trump did this with Iran, and then as soon as Iran got cutesy, he just bombed them. And I think that was the message of the summit, right? Was we had talks with Iran, we did the talks, we were nice, and when we bombed them, we had to bomb them, and we'll do the same to you. That was the message to Russia. But they are sort of backtracking a bit because the entire goal, I think, for Russia here is to stall the war, to make it go as long as possible, so both so that they can accumulate as much land as possible and so that they can solve their own internal problem of restless young men with no job prospects in a dead economy. They need to get rid of those people.
I've been quoting you this week. I heard you allude to that. If you could expand on that just for a second, we can move on to the summit on Monday with the European leaders at the Oval Office. But one of your things is like, maybe Putin doesn't want this war to stop because he wants all these people that hate Russia, these dissidents, these disenfranchised Russian men who want to kill Putin, who want to overthrow Putin. He could keep throwing them in the meat grinder. And
exactly.
Right? Is that kind of your thing? Is that kind of a working theory?
Exactly. And I wouldn't even call them dissidents yet, but the potential for dissidents is so high, and not just dissidents, potential future leaders, right? He doesn't want another Alexei Navalny. He doesn't want another charismatic young man, especially one that can come back from war as a successful veteran to galvanize anyone into an uprising. He does not want that. And the longer that this war goes, the more subjugated the population can be, the more troublesome population he could get rid of. But also there's a common enemy that is not him for the people to focus on. And I think all of that is tremendously important for the preservation of this regime.
Speaking with Breitbart News international editor Francis Martel, let's move to earlier this week. A bunch of European leaders, including Zelensky from Ukraine, show up at the White House. This is unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before. What happened at this summit? Your overall impressions of what messages were being sent on Monday?
Well, I think it was a united front, right? The message was basically the World War II coalition plus, because we have Italy in there and some other countries that weren't around the first time, that coalition is back. The allies are back, and Trump is leading that alliance, that America is in charge. Macron is not in charge. The Germans aren't in charge. It's Trump, and that's the guy that you have to deal with. That was message number one to the Russians, I think. And number two to the Europeans, that Trump is in charge because we have the guns. And whoever has the guns is in charge. That's like rule number one of any politics throughout the history of mankind. The person with the weapons is in charge. And that was a message to the Europeans, too, that we're not going to keep giving free stuff. We're not going to keep, feeding an endless cycle. We want something that is to the benefit of the Americans, because without us, this all ends in disaster. And then the third message, I think, was about Trump and Zelensky personally. I think they were reunited in a good mood, and they wanted to tell the world the friendship is back. People forget, but Trump and Zelensky were great friends during the first term. Zelensky single-handedly derailed the Democrats' impeachment attempt in the first term. He went to bat for Trump when he really didn't need to. And I think Trump never forgot that. He just needed to have this public display in February because Zelensky was completely out of line. And I think he was out of line because he got used to a certain type of treatment from Biden.
Right.
And Trump needed to come in and say, Biden's not in charge anymore. You're not getting endless free stuff. We're going to come up with another solution. And it crashed and burned because Zelensky has no diplomatic experience and no tact. But now we're back. And so that was another message of the meeting here of the Trump-Zelensky friendship, personal relationship is strong enough that Putin's not going to be able to seduce Trump away from the Ukraine side of this war.
Francis Martel is our guest, one of the best, Breitbart News international news editor. So, Francis, what does the rest of the world think about this wild turn of events here between President Trump and Putin and Zelensky, all of these meetings, the EU coming to the United States? What are we hearing from the rest of the world? What do they take from it?
Well, there's a lot of nervousness among the BRICS countries for sure, especially China and India. They're both waiting and seeing because India has been ensnared in this because Trump has said, we're going to raise your tariffs tremendously if you don't stop buying Russian oil. And they don't want to stop buying Russian oil because it's very cheap. And China wants to essentially, China made a very big play to be the peacemaker in Ukraine. In 2023, they sent an envoy all across Europe and to Russia to mediate something. They published a white paper that was completely ignored by everyone about how to end the war. And so they're still trying to weasel themselves in somehow. And the Russians are kind of helping. Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister, came out yesterday and said, well, China is a Security Council country. Maybe they could offer security guarantees to Ukraine. And Zelensky was like, absolutely not. we do not trust China for anything. But so that's kind of the reaction from China has been to try to find a role for themselves, a relevant place, because they're making a big
It seems like they're getting pushed out a little bit. Actually,
yeah,
that's what it seems
same
like.
as the Middle East.
Right.
The Middle East was a diplomatic disaster for China because they bet on Iran and they bet on Bashar al-Assad. Bashar al-Assad is gone, and Iran is once again irrelevant because we've completely dismantled their terrorist network. So China's not in a good place in terms of global influence right now.
All right, one more thing before we let you go. I have a feeling I know what the answer is going to be, and we're going to be disappointed by this. Anybody, at least, that wants to see this war end. I mean, any chance any of this works? Any chance that Putin says, all right, we'll swap this little piece of land here for this little piece of land here, and we'll do the ceasefire and end this war completely? Any chance of that happening?
I think there's a chance of a version of that keeps the war going in a smaller plot of land. I think we could see something where both sides agree to end hostilities in, for example, the Russian territories that Ukraine invaded, or, we'll stop bombing Kyiv. But the Donbass region, which there's been a war going on there since 2014, it's been over a decade these people are fighting. I think that piece of land is going to be the war theater, and there's just going to be conflict there. And the Russians are going to back, guerrilla forces and not put in their actual troops, but they'll be participating in that war, and that's just going to go on forever. And unfortunately, I think we're just going to, it's going to be ignored for a while. So then the Europeans get to buy their Russian oil, the sanctions get lifted, but also the Russians keep having a place to, deal with their internal problem, as we talked about, and the Ukrainians are still going to have to fight to defend every inch of land that they've got.
She's the best. Check her work out at Breitbart.com. Breitbart News International Editor Frances Martel. You have a great weekend. I'm sure we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me. You too.
Somebody brought us the beers for Beer Sample Friday today, Nige.
Somebody who is important, right? I mean, he's got a pretty big job title in the States.
Correct. We will tell you who brought the beers for Beer Sample Friday because it's next.
You know, you get a lot of choices, options, whatever, when it comes to where you buy your furniture and mattress. Here's why you should purchase your new Lazy Boy recliner, your Smith Brothers sofa, your Flex Steel reclining sectional, your Tempur-Pedic mattress, or your Berlin Gardens and Pollywood outdoor furniture from Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. They offer unmatched customer service during and after the sale. I should know personally, my grandma saved $2,000 on a recliner that would have cost crazy amounts of money if she had gone anywhere else but Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. And don't forget free delivery as well.
When a service issue arises, they're just a phone call away. And they deliver and set up for free within 75 miles of their store in Columbus, saving you money on gas. Did we mention the best price? They guarantee the best price on everything they sell and guarantee the best service.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off or schedule a pickup, and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The deals and specials are sizzling hot. It's the Central Indiana Gun and Knife Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory on West Minnesota Street. The best dealers in the region, hundreds of tables, just $6 for adults, kids 12 and under free. Must be 18 or accompanied by an adult. Buy, sell, trade this Saturday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Stoutfield National Guard Armory. For more info, visit centralindianagunshows.com.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Thinning hair? This year, grow your hair back like I did. Call 317-522-2995 or visit WeGrowHairIndy.com.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down, unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at Audible.com.
You know the face, now hear the stories. Actor Nick Searcy from Justified and Castaway joins Tony Katz for one night only, August 23rd, to talk about how Hollywood and Washington, D.C. led him to the heartland. Tickets at WIBC.com. Presented in part by Just Add Water Boats year-end clearance sale.
Matt Bear has a look at the roads.
Southbound 65-70 delayed 4 minutes, north split down to the south split. Stay away on the east side from Emerson at 34. 2-car crash, 1 car is possibly rolled. Southbound 465 on the east side, stop and go after Pendleton Pike down to 74. On the south side, eastbound 465 slows before and after I-65. Inbound 70 slows from rural into the north split. Inbound 69 is cooled off, still a little bit slow around 96. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home. To bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's 78 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, and it's Beer Sample Friday.
Right now,
Hammer and Nigel present
Beer Sample
Fry.
I got some beers. Let's drink them, huh?
Beers on sale, people. Come down, get you some.
Yeah, brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Spencer, owner of Thompson Furniture Mattress, helped get my grandma a sectional, and he didn't give her a discount on it or anything. She paid $2,000 less for this thing than she would have if she would have gone to one of those big box stores here in Indy.
You know what I call that?
What's that?
Sectional healing.
Strange to put when we're talking with my grandmother. Even I get the innuendo.
He gave her sectional healing with that price.
All right. Let's crack these beers open because these are important beers. These are political beers, maybe, if you would say. I guess.
These were a gift for our 2000th episode recently.
Yes.
Dropped off by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana.
Todd Rokita.
Funky Todd Rokita, the Attorney General, and his staff in the office, they provided us the libations today.
Oh, man. Another blood orange from a great Indianapolis brewery, Center Point.
Let's go.
Brewing company over there. I think it's on Brookside, I think. Right?
Let's go. Oh, yeah.
Blood orange is my favorite IPA there is.
I'm doing an IPA. I want the blood orange, man. And, oh, this is good.
And thank you to Attorney General Todd Rokita and his staff for being so kind. I think we got some cigars back there, too.
All I know is that Friday Night Lights are here, and the weekend is now underway in Indianapolis, baby. Beer Sample Friday. Let's have a weekend, everybody. We got one more hour to go. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Like a neon dream, it just dawned on me that Mars and this guitar and long neck eyes cold clear never broke my heart.
Hammer here from my friends at Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing, north side, right there by that green bridge. Guys, if you're thinking about popping the question this fall, maybe over the holidays, maybe you're one of the New Year's Eve guys, get the engagement ring at Diamonds Direct, and right now you get the wedding band for free. That's right. Buy the engagement ring, get the wedding band for free. And what I love about Diamonds Direct is the customer service. Listen, you have a lot of options in the diamond game. There's a lot of companies, but Diamonds Direct, they treat you like family. Yes, they've got the biggest selection. Yes, they have the lowest prices. That's why they're Diamonds Direct. They give you the savings direct from the supplier. But the connection that the staff makes with you, that's why I keep going back. You walk in, they greet you, they know who you are. Nobody does it better than Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing. Tell them Hammer from Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered. Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me. Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Tune in to the Absolute Retirement Planning Show.
When retirement comes about, we're now relying on what we have saved to meet those needs.
Sundays at 9 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's. 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 Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago Senator Dick Durbin. And now Dick Durbin has a new scheme, a government takeover of your credit card. Today, consumers have thousands of choices in credit cards, all with equal, strong security. But Durbin's plan is less competition and less security. And that means more risk for your credit and your identity. Tell Republicans in Congress, stop Dick Durbin's takeover of your credit card before it's too late.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. The U.S. Forest Service is moving forward with a wide-reaching management plan for the Hoosier National Forest that hopes to revitalize the region's ecosystem. The agency auctioned off a 39-acre timber plot this month, signaling the start of plans for controlled burns and logging on close to 38,000 acres over a 15-year period. Forestry expert Perry Seitzinger says certain tree species are having a detrimental impact on the forest.
The science is showing us that we are losing the oak hickory forest component. If
if we lose that component, we lose the wildlife that's dependent on it.
He added the Forest Service will plant new oak and hickory trees in areas that are cleared, leading to a healthier mix of young and old trees. Fort Wayne officials broke ground Thursday on the second phase of the first major single-family housing development on the city's southeast side in 50 years. Roosevelt Reserves, when fully completed, will feature 131 homes on 126 acres of land. Lucas Oil Stadium and Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis are set to get upgrades next year. The venues are among those designated for $35.2 million in planned improvements approved as part of the city's Capital Improvement Board's overall budget on Friday. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
State corrections officials are backing away from earlier plans to close the Indiana State Prison in Michigan City once a new $1.2 billion facility opens in 2027, saying they now intend to keep the aging lockup operating for some time after the new prison site begins housing inmates. That's a change from the Indiana Department of Corrections' earlier consultation